Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back. Movies That Don't Suck podcast, episode 19.
Wow, 19.
19 already, Frank?
Wow. This show's getting old.
Is this the Christmas edition episode?
No, we'll probably do one more.
Yeah,
not quite Christmas
Not Christmas yet? Okay.
Yeah, a little,
Are we going to talk about Christmas sides or
December 8th.
yeah, exactly.
sides or ham?
I like
down that
ham.
rabbit hole.
I like a ham on Christmas.
There you go. All right, so the whole gang is here. Frank.
Yo.
Yeah. Mike.
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Not much.
And Tim.
What's going on?
What's going on, man? All right, guys. So first topic of the evening. Got to talk about this catastrophic situation with Warner Brothers and HBO Max. It feels like it just, as the year has gone on, step by step, it's just gotten worse. You know, Mike, we started out the year just saying, oh, some of these movies have got delayed. They'll be pushed to the summer. Maybe they'll get pushed to next year. We'll figure it out. Then the next step was, oh, these movies are going to go on demand. How crazy would that be? You pay a premium price. And now Warner Brothers has decided, let's just go all the way in on it and put all of their movies next year.
For no premium price.
Nope. They said it's just going to be on HBO Max. No premium
So,
price.
That's what it
so
is
give
now.
everyone a little synopsis of anyone who doesn't know what's going on right now.
Okay, so for anyone not aware of the situation, basically Warner Brothers has said, let's just get out ahead of this. They don't want to do the delay game anymore. They probably saw it. Notice, I think they saw the response to Wonder Woman and how many people were like insanely hyped and excited to be able to see it on HBO Max. And they said, let's just get ahead of everyone. Let's just put the entire film slate for next year. Every single one of their movies.
Name the big films too. So.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of them, so we'll go through that.
Matrix.
Yeah, we'll go through each one.
That's like the last one.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's December. So they decided, let's just put them all out there. We're going to kill it on subscriptions, obviously, and just see what happens. And it's just been just an unbelievable reaction from just everyone across the board.
Well,
We have
to-
no idea.
well, how about HBO Max get fucking apps on all the TVs?
That would
They
be
fucking
nice.
Start there.
Oh, that would be.
They're not on like LG.
They're not on LG. I've been suffering that. I'm going to have to bring
They're
my.
not on LG.
Nope, they are not on LG. They don't
ESPN
have a deal.
Plus isn't even on it.
Yeah, but if you have HBO Max on your phone, you just stream to your TV.
Okay.
You
yeah,
told me that, but
can,
I've had trouble with
you
that.
can,
I don't
but-
ever-
but
I don't
there's
ever go-
latency issues.
I don't ever go on my TV and search for an app and press it. I go on my phone. I press the
Did you get a
stream
new
button.
TV for Christmas for whatever it's coming up? Yeah, Christmas.
No, I didn't get it. Not yet.
Yeah, but you want to get a new TV.
No.
I'm just saying that when you get a new TV, I just put one up yesterday.
Yeah.
They have
They're all built
they
in.
have apps.
I have it. I don't have a TV from fucking 2003.
I don't on my TV. There's
Yeah,
no
that's the
apps.
thing. There's apps in my TV,
Not mine.
but it's annoying to take
no
the remote
advertisers
control,
on mine.
go through it. It's annoying. I go on my phone, I open the app, I press stream, the little
Right.
stream window,
Yeah.
and it streams to the TV.
See, I tried doing that with HBO, and I
don't
I
sit
had a
through and
problem. I
go through
couldn't do it.
apps.
There's
What's
no
the thing?
latency
Yeah.
though at all.
No. Latency.
Yeah.
I think you need a technology upgrade at your house.
You need the Geek Squad.
You don't
I
ever
guess.
go like
You know
this
what
when
I
you're watching
do about
YouTube and
that?
stream to your
Yeah,
phone?
I do that sometimes if off my phone. I have done that because I have a Samsung phone and a TV, so it's real easy to do.
So it's synced up.
But what I don't like about it is like now I don't have my fucking phone, and like
No, I have my phone when I do it.
no, but I'm saying like I don't because like if I want to like look at my phone, I got
You do because you're doing like screen mirroring.
right.
That's not what I'm talking about.
You talking about AirDrop?
No.
AirPlay. No, AirPlay.
AirPlay.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's all I
yeah.
have to say.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Fucking technology cable.
What you do is okay. If I'm watching, for instance, I've been rewatching Sopranos.
Right.
My girlfriend's never seen it before. This is my fourth time watching it,
It's a record.
and it's perfect timing for The Many Saints of Newark to be on HBO Max in a couple months.
Absolutely.
What are you
So,
fucking running advertising?
I purchased. I don't have an HBO subscription. I know whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I purchased the seasons on YouTube. I use YouTube for a lot.
Right.
I go on my phone. I open my YouTube app. I play the
And then you
movie.
let it-
I press streams to my TV. I minimize the YouTube app. It keeps playing, and I can do whatever I want on my phone the whole time.
And it's a remote control.
Call someone,
Yeah, yeah,
text,
yeah,
go on Instagram, whatever.
Okay, see, I never
Yeah.
did it like that.
That's
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 AirDrop.
Yeah.
The-
I don't know the name, but it's the little
AirPlay.
window.
It's
Yeah,
AirPlay.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
exactly.
not AirDrop.
So that's how I do
Same shit.
Disney Plus with Mando.
Exactly. You know, works the same way. Guys, yeah, so I want to hear
Yeah, but
here's the quote from
You
Warner
could still
Brothers.
it's still nice to have the apps on the TV. You
No,
have
it is,
everything
but
signed in right there. Boom.
I've
Verizon
had it.
Fios has Netflix. If you talking to your Verizon Fios, Mike, and say Netflix, it goes to Netflix
Yeah,
channel.
and there was a Netflix channel. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you have that, you won't go searching for apps on your phone.
I don't think
It takes
I will.
longer.
But okay.
All right, guys. So
Takes
obviously
longer.
the reaction to all this was crazy, and as we've been saying, how catastrophic this is. The one of the head guys at Warner said, "We are living in unprecedented times, which call for creative solutions, including a new initiative from Warner Brothers. No one wants films back on the big screen more than we do. We know new content is the lifeblood of theatrical exhibition, but we have to balance this with the reality that most theaters in the U.S. will likely operate at reduced capacity throughout 2021. And then he went on to say more about the strategy. So do you think that they're kind of just pretending like this is because they said this is a 1-year thing. They're not saying forever that they're going to put all their movies, on streaming and in theaters on day one. They're saying this is
going to get used to it.
I'll go with my initial reactions.
Yeah.
I think they're very smart for doing it this way. I think it's going to be successful. And I think it's at the beginning and the end. It's never going back.
Yeah,
it's never going back. They're going to be the first one to do it. Everyone else, to me, in my opinion, is going to have to follow. Right. And then there's never going. There's no going back.
They're setting the trend here.
There's no going back. Yeah. There's no going 100%.
back. But
it's
you gotta
over.
Admit, the hybrid model.
Eric,
but
we got to have a little, wake and funeral for the movie theater party. I know you're going to shed some tears, but it's over.
I don't think it's fully over because, no. But we've said this before.
It's not fully over yet.
It's the theaters are
Really?
still going to be there.
No, not yet.
And like we said the last time we were here, the hybrid model is going to work. There are going to be people that are, again, it's day and day. It's not just going to be
When I say
HBO
it's
Max.
over, I understand that there's still going to be movies released in movie theaters. The big movies.
Sure.
Star Wars, Marvel,
DC.
maybe a couple kids' movies. But I'm saying that 80% of all movies that are going to be watched from this point forward will not be in a movie theater. For the first time. Will not be in a movie theater.
And like majority of like superplex movie theaters where there's like 15 theaters,
that I agree with.
Done.
That
Yeah,
has to
it's done.
downsize.
Dropping those down to under 10.
Yeah.
Agreed. I 100% agree with that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's dying.
I'm not saying
You're
by 2022 it's going to be like blockbusters. You're not going to be able to find a movie theater.
Right.
I'm saying that movie theater whole thing in America is done. It's over. There's going to be you might go to one movie a year, 2 movies a year, depending on it.
See, but I think that's too far. You're pushing it too far in the other direction now. I think you're too far on the doom and gloom side because I think the whole dating dinner movie thing is ingrained.
I don't
into the
think
American
you
culture.
understand how much people don't want to leave their fucking houses, bro.
See, no, but I get that.
I'm serious.
But I think a lot of people are also at the same time sick of staying home and dying to go to the
they
theater
are right now. People are very sick of home.
People are dying to stay home. They ain't dying to go to a fucking movie theater. They're dying to go on vacation, go to a bar, go to a restaurant.
But I
Movie
think
theater
going
to
to
me
a
is the
movie
last on
and
the
dinner
list.
is part of that wanting to get out.
It is. Like I would definitely go to a movie and a dinner and a movie with my girl.
They're open.
Right.
Why didn't you have you not going?
They're not playing anything.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
playing
unless he wants to go
things
see
that they're
Tenet
playing-
again.
Yeah, or I want to see movies that's
The
already
Russell
out.
Crowe movie.
That-
Yeah.
Well, there's probably movies that I don't know what's out, but
There's no new movies out. Nothing's comes out.
Yeah, it's.
Tenet. That's
you're
it.
gonna go. You said on the thing last week you're not even gonna go see Wonder Woman.
I am not.
So what? Why do you expect the rest of America
That's a very
to
good
not do
point.
it?
Very
Well, I know the
good
numbers are
point.
going to be down. I'm not expecting them to all go. I think most of them will watch it at
But
home.
eventually, if they
Well, they
start,
definitely will now because of like all the spiking that's going on and stuff.
yeah.
All the
But
new-
what I'm saying is, you said last week, you said I'm not gonna go to a theater to see something that I already paying a subscription for.
Right.
So why are you assuming that everyone else is gonna do that?
Because I think there are enough people.
And number two to
that
that,
wanna do that.
follow up is eventually if they start releasing these movies in theaters and they see the theaters aren't doing shit, they're gonna say we're not even gonna put them in theaters
Right.
anymore.
Well,
What's
yeah,
the point of that? All right, I want to hear what you have to say because
Mike, yeah,
I think you're on the middle of the fence here a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't think they're totally dead because this is, I think what happened with Warner Brothers is whatever conglomerate owns HBO and Warner Brothers and all that shit is like, all right, we need money, because that's where all the money goes to begin with is to them. So they're restructuring everything. They're not getting their money over here. They're going to get it from over here now. And they're going to supplement, they're going to supplement. I think once, hopefully, if this shit ever fucking calms down, they'll start putting things back in the movie theaters as long as people show up for the movies.
Well, that's the question.
But the damage, I think, will be done at that point
That's
because
the question.
because of
different now.
COVID and because of the hybrid model.
It's going to be different. Like if they start even making like mid-budget to low-budget movies, unless it's really something that transcends and they finds like a big audience, they might like put it in theaters to capitalize it. Like the reason why everybody still wants theaters is because that opening weekend gross is like whatever they fucking make. What'd you say? Coming to America. So they sold it for
was it like 120?
150.
Okay, so
120, 150.
the studio looked at that and they're like, all right, what did we figure we could have made off this movie or whatever?
In the first couple weeks, at least.
Yeah, but they're never going to get that number. Maybe Coming to America, maybe that's right, but something like a Wonder Woman, or they're losing. Everybody's losing.
But what they're saying, it's basically like you go and buy something, I don't know, from the store, Amazon, whatever it is. You spent a good amount of money on it, and you say, "Fuck it, I don't." For whatever reason, you can't keep it. It doesn't fit, whatever the case is, and you can't return it. So you're gonna sell it to someone on the street for fucking half price to get some of your money back, or you're gonna just eat the whole thing and
That's what they're doing.
lose
They're
out.
recouping
They're trying to get
losses.
something back.
But it's still crazy because instead
You're
of just
talking
going
about right now, right?
Yeah, right now,
absolutely.
yeah.
There's,
But I think it's putting one foot in the grave. I think doing this.
That's the potential for that. I think is definitely there. If like. Again, it depends on how long this COVID stuff keeps going.
That's why this was such a ballsy decision. Why wouldn't they have just said, "Oh, these next 5 movies or the next 6 months we're gonna"? They went out ahead of everyone and just said, "Oh yeah, all of our movies next year are all gonna be." That's a friggin', like you said,
but
ballsy decision.
There's no like contract signed. So like, say God willing, that things start getting better, and like halfway through the year or something, and they're like, "All right, maybe." There's signs of life here. We could start putting it back. For by the end of the year, Dune was at the end, right?
Dune's the end
Matrix at the end.
Yes.
So maybe there's still hope to get like those in the theater. But in the time being, just like you said, they're trying to get whatever they can.
Yeah.
So the big major company that owns everybody, they want their money, so they're gonna get it from the HBO subscriptions. They're probably like, "Look, you guys are gonna fucking do this, so everybody subscribes because we need to make our money." And it's not coming from you right now, so we're gonna get it from over here.
That's a good point.
Let me ask you this,
Yeah.
because you see more movies, way more movies than the average person
I
in
do.
America.
Way
Way
more.
more.
Way more.
You're a movie person. You go to the movies. You've always gone to movies.
Right.
Which of these are you going to see in theaters?
There's
All
a
right,
couple
great
of them
question.
I would have
So,
went to.
Perfect way to go about it. So let's look at the movies. There's 17 of them. I don't think we all care about all of these, but we'll just talk about the big ones. Okay, the first one they have on the list, even though it already got delayed, Mortal Kombat.
I'd go see that.
I would go see that. I think that's a more of a mid-level one. Like maybe I could stay home, maybe I would go, but I like Mortal Kombat.
You can watch a nice action flick at home.
Right.
Gun to your head. Are you going to go see that in the theaters or not? I'm going to say no.
I would say, yeah.
I
gun to
would.
my head.
I would.
Well, you know what it is?
Will you?
You know what it is?
It depends
we
on
haven't
the
seen the
time.
trailer.
It depends.
We have no idea what that movie looks like.
Like,
It's gonna be a mid-budget, R-rated, violent Mortal Kombat.
And if
movie,
the trailer's
which is
awesome,
like,
I will run out to go.
I'll go see it. I'll go see
Me
it
too.
sight unseen.
I won't. I'll tell you right now. I'm not going to see it in the theaters. I'll watch it at home,
I have,
but
like,
probably not in the theaters. I love Mortal Kombat,
Yeah,
but
I played Mortal Kombat a lot as a kid.
all right. So what's the next one?
Okay, the Mortal Kombat. What's the next one? Okay, I don't think anyone cares about Tom and Jerry.
I'm definitely going to see
Yeah.
that.
You know, that's supposed to be like a hybrid, like animation and live action.
Yeah, it's like the
That's
Who Framed
pretty
Roger
cool.
Rabbit. Like
That's,
again, I don't
that's
think
pretty
anyone's-
cool,
I think
but I'm
they
not
said
seeing that.
that was Warner Brothers. Okay, go ahead.
Matrix, I'll see. I'll say that.
Oof.
Okay,
That's why
so
I got the biggest question mark from me.
that it absolutely does.
Yeah, but it's just Matrix.
Okay, next one. Tim, this is all you. The Many Saints of Newark, March 12th.
I would go see it.
Yeah.
Because of my job in March, I'm not going to be able to go see
Right.
it.
See, that's a movie where I could see like people
Probably
want to
not.
go see
But
it.
I would go see it, but because if I'm not seeing it the first few days, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, especially if it's on HBO
excited in
Max.
that movie, so I don't think many people are gonna go to the theaters to watch that movie. It's not
Because it's not a movie that demands. That's the thing. It doesn't demand a big screen,
No.
even though you want that experience. You just don't know. Okay, this one is probably going to be big for a lot of people on the big screen. Godzilla versus Kong.
No.
That's going to be big for a
I
lot of
don't-
people.
I
though.
don't-
I don't even want to see that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go to the movies to see it, but
but
that's something I
it's-
definitely watch
yeah.
on HBO Max,
Yeah,
and I'd be
okay.
like
Oh, yeah.
excited that day. I'd be like, yeah, I'm finally gonna
You
see
make
it.
dinner and you watch
Okay.
that movie. Yeah.
So
Okay,
most of these movies are no so far at the theater.
Okay, I'm not a big fan of this franchise, but people are. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
No.
No, I'm done.
Okay. In the Heights, the movie remake of the Broadway play.
No.
I don't
Yeah, that's
know
not
what
again.
that
That's
is.
another one. Okay, this is one that again.
When was that supposed to come out?
In the
What
Heights
month?
is supposed to come out June 18th.
That was the Broadway play about the Washington.
Read
Knights?
them off quick.
Yes.
Just go read them off
Okay.
quick. We'll see.
Okay. In the Space Jam,
Nope.
No.
New Legacy.
No.
No.
Suicide Squad, August
Nope.
6th.
Maybe.
Come on, Suicide
Maybe.
Squad?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Dune.
Yeah,
That
me,
is 100%
for
big
sure.
screen.
Yeah.
You guys are doing. I'm not a
Okay.
Dune person, so
I'm a director. I'm a fan of that director. And I have
Denis
faith-
Villeneuve.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think he'll make a great movie.
Okay, Tim, I'll ask you this one. Elvis, November 5th. I am so hyped for Elvis.
Who's playing Elvis?
I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but it's like a lesser known,
Oh,
younger
jeez.
actor.
To be honest with you, no, I'm gonna watch it at home. I'm gonna
Really?
be very excited to watch it, but I don't
Dude.
need to go to the movie theater to watch it. I mean, if you want,
The King.
I mean, if you want to, if you're like, let's go. But if you're really asking me if it's on, I'm probably just fucking watching it.
You
at
should
home.
watch the Kurt Russell Elvis movie directed by John Carpenter.
Yeah, horrible.
Probably.
Okay.
Kurt Russell's always cool. though.
We that was our
like
movie,
Kurt
man. We
Russell.
said
No,
that a
dude.
long
When have
time
you
ago.
not? When
Yeah,
can you
that
tell
was
me a
movie.
time Kurt Russell wasn't cool?
Yeah.
That's true. All right, so last big one that I think all of us care about. There are a few others, but we'll skip past them. Matrix 4.
Matrix 4 is the one I'll say I'm guaranteed to go to the theater.
I'd go to that.
That demand. I think that demands.
I'm going to the theaters, and a lot of it has to do with just the nostalgia of being a Matrix fan.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and you have to. Well, also because it's like a December. It's
Yeah.
gonna be literally a year from now.
Yeah.
So everything, hopefully,
Oh God, if everything's
It
if
should be-
everything's like this next
I feel like we're living in the fucking
a year
Matrix
from now,
right now.
fucking
I told you, I feel like Mike and I we're talking about this in March and April, saying, "Oh, these movies are getting delayed. What's gonna happen? Oh, they'll all come out at the end of the year."
Matrix for me. I'm gonna be honest, is the only one that is a must see for me in the theater.
Yeah, but all those movies you just said, most of them you're not even
Yeah.
gonna go see.
So how?
but
Why are
there's
you?
a
Yeah,
few
but
on
we
there that I
all
wanna see.
said at least two.
Yeah, but at a 17.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
like
I
I
need,
said,
like,
I said the
12.
last show, dude. I got this. I used to watch everything when I worked there. Part of it was convenience and
Yes.
stuff, but still.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you guys are We just said before that you see way more movies than the average person. You care more than the average person.
Right.
So if you're naming 2 or 3 that you're going to see, what's the average person saying? 0.
Right, but
They
also,
don't- I don't care about
remember,
seeing any of these in
we're only
theaters.
talking about Warner Brothers. There's going to be tons of other movies that we're not even thinking of right now. They're like, oh, I'm definitely going to see that. I'm definitely going to see that. Unless
know.
everyone starts following through on this model.
The other thing that you have to question now, we're getting a little really far out, but you always got to look at the younger audience. Do 12 and 13 and 16-year-olds go to the movies?
See, that's a
Do
great.
they care
That's
about
a good
going to the
question.
Well, yeah, sure they do. They
I
go
don't
see
think so.
Marvel movies, and they
But
go
other
see the
than
Marvel
that,
movies.
yeah, that's a tough.
Yeah, but that's
thing.
all that makes money now. Even before COVID, like I told you, like no one would go see any movies really, like
Right.
except the big movies.
Well, that's when I say it's dead. That's what I mean. I think the mega movies, 10 per year, will be released in theaters and do
But
their
theaters
numbers.
can't survive on that. That's where I'm saying like there has to be
That's
more than
why-
just that to keep things
That's
going.
why I said there's gonna be Disney fucking theaters and then fucking Universal.
I actually really, I agree with you on that. I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure. I told you they're gonna buy up all the empty, closed down 8-plexes like Alamo Draft House.
Dude, Alamo will survive.
I hope
They
so.
have
Right
to.
now.
You know what they're doing right now? I mean, I don't want to spend too much time, but they're all, they're Mondo posters. Okay, well, whatever. I'll tell you guys about it later. But they're trying to raise money to like save the fucking thing,
Really?
or at least pay
The
their
one near
people.
us is in trouble. It's boarded up right now. I don't know if it's coming back.
Which one?
The one on the one in Central Avenue.
Yeah.
It's boarded up.
What, Alamo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's like Aaron knows someone there. He says like, his job is gone. I think he was like a projectionist or something. Said he doesn't know if it's coming back. They don't tweet. Their app doesn't have any updates, even though it just says we're coming back, and they're boarded up on Central Ave. So we don't
They're
know.
trying. They're
You
trying to
should
do.
sneak in and watch movies.
We should check something out. That'd be cool. We could do a show from there.
Dude,
We can
Put it
watch
this way.
Sonic. They probably
Put
still
it-
have
put
a
it this way.
thing of Sonic laying
I'll
around.
make a Royale.
you
with
say
cheese.
you're saying theaters can't just survive on the Marvels and Star Wars.
They can.
Yes, they can.
I
Yeah,
think they can.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you have one of those coming out every other week, that's
They're not
enough.
coming out
Yeah,
that
they won't-
often.
not-
They do if you're looking at all
Once
the
a month, let's say.
I mean, that's what studios will start doing. That like just Disney. They always have their fucking March movie, and they always have like their summer movie, and they always have like their holiday movie. You know what I mean? They always have those dates,
That's not enough though.
but they'll ramp up production
It'll
to
be
make it enough.
when the
Theaters are compressed.
Yes, when there's not 14 movie
Yeah.
theaters.
Right, and if
Yeah, that has to
if
happen,
Disney
I agree.
owns the theater, they're just all they got to show is their own shit.
Yeah, if Disney, but what I'm saying, but what you got to realize in this whole thing is the theaters need the studios. The studios don't need the theater. If the
Anymore.
If
Anymore.
the theaters
That-
closed tomorrow and there was no movie theaters, they'd be fine
But-
releasing movies, streaming, and charging people whatever. If you couldn't go to the theater to watch, name your movie,
Right.
You're gonna pay for it on streaming.
Right.
Yeah.
But this
not gonna
power
not watch it.
that was like a power shift that just changed recently. Before
Yeah.
the theater chains had the power because these fucking
'Cause that was the
studios.
only outlet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now It's kind of flip flop. That's why, like AMC and all these other theater chains are so pissed at Warner Brothers now.
They held the power for a long time, and their powers.
You have to see the end at some point. You have to see
Yeah.
to save your business.
Yeah, no, they
might. I don't know. They can't do that. I don't know if there's anything they could do. I don't know.
They're probably doing it on purpose. You guys said early on that they recently, and I had no idea until I heard him say it, but that they signed a deal saying like now the studios can buy theater chains,
Right.
and stuff.
Yeah, I forgot the name of that clause.
It's
or
all in the
something.
cards. You know what I mean?
So before the theaters weren't like.
No, it was like I got
non-compete.
Danny, what was that thing
I guess,
called?
yeah,
There
there
was
was-
some sort of deal where the movie theaters couldn't buy the studios couldn't buy the theaters, and there was some sort of clause. Do you remember what the name of that was?
I don't remember the clause, but
Oh yeah, I forgot
Basically,
what it
like
was.
Warner or one of these big studios can't go open. We're launching 5 theaters
right,
this year
and
nationwide.
overtake everyone. Yeah,
Because it's So
it was a way to protect everyone.
Yeah.
It was a way to keep everyone in check, basically.
Listen, I don't know if there's anything that can be done. I think you can take the smartest CEOs in America right now, and like you can go back and say Blockbuster could have been saved. They could have been Netflix.
Sure.
I don't think you can, what could theaters do?
yeah, but if
If
you're
people
like,
don't go to theaters,
right
what
now,
the fuck
if
could
you
you do?
own like a New Rock over here, and you know they gotta pay rent there. Those theaters gotta pay rent. And fucking Disney comes and say, hey, look, we're gonna make this a Disney theater now.
Yeah, here, take up. Let me give that lease. They don't
And
care.
We're guaranteed traffic coming in now because
They'll wait till they close. They won't even
shit
come
there.
and talk to them. They'll
Yeah.
just wait till they close and they'll get that shit on the cheap.
Yeah,
And they'll fucking do it all up nice Disney style, and
yeah.
that'll be it.
The most haunting.
There will
thing.
always be movie theaters, even if they are like fucking horrible Disney only movie theaters or horrible
Corporate
Warner
schlock.
Bros. Yeah, but there's always going to be a place for that. There, it's never going to be the same. But I think if they can get things back to normal, they'll work out a thing where they're releasing their movies enough to where they're making a profit.
Well,
off of it.
let me ask you this: 2 questions. In 10 years from now,
Who knows?
are studios making majority of their money via streaming or majority of their money in theaters? And the second question is, are majority of Americans watching movies streaming or watching movies in theaters? And I would say the answer to both those is streaming. In 10 years from now.
I would say the second
Yeah.
question, majority of people are watching on streaming, you're right. But the first question, I think that depends on how well next year goes. Because like Mike said, if things start looking better and things are changing and it looks like we're going to have a normal summer, pray to God, I think Warner Bros. Could pull these movies and say, oh yeah, no, okay, we're not going to have them on streaming.
Well, let's say this. Say, hopefully everything goes normal and summer's over, everything's over, COVID's over, everything's normal. But their streaming numbers are fucking fantastic.
Then they're right. Then okay. Then it's gonna keep. Yeah. Then
Right,
you're gonna
but
keep seeing the death nail.
This,
Yeah.
I still think there'll be movie theaters. They're just not going to have. They're just going to play big, loud, summer
Yeah,
movies
yeah.
and cartoons for the kids.
Yeah. Well, that's when I say it's dead, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But that's going to be 90% of any movie ever made is not going to go to a movie theater.
I think studios are going to have to
Right?
come up with their own
Yeah.
streaming services. You're going to have like Paramount streaming.
That's the problem with the Paramounts and the Sonys. They have nowhere. We talked about this last time. They have nowhere to put their stuff. They're gonna have to figure out their own ways and work their own deals. Well, they could do that. That's certainly an option where they could build that as a platform.
What a bunch of dicks! So you got to go out and buy a PlayStation 5 if you want to watch Men in Black 4.
Yeah.
Well-
That's
Well, one other
like
thing
that.
we haven't mentioned is let's not forget it's only going to be on streaming for the 30 days. Yeah, we know it's eventually going to come back because they own the content, but it's not like they're screwing everyone over saying, "Oh yeah, well you have to watch it here or you have to watch it in the movie theater." They are providing an option and they're kind of saying if you want to see it in the theater,
No one's
if you
going
want to see
after
it on,
30 days. No one's going to be interested anymore.
yeah, but
way.
there are going
Yeah.
there's gonna
30
be-
days is like a long time
It is.
in like normal circumstances to play a movie in a theater.
Well, I think that's the caveat they had to give to
Yeah,
the
someone-
theaters where they
someone-
said, "Okay, we're only going to have it there for 30 days."
Someone's not going to say, "Oh, I missed the window of the streaming for 30 days. Now let me go to the movie theater and watch."
Right,
That's not gonna
right. You're saying
Yeah.
only like stragglers of people that are just like, oh, let me see what to see. Like they'll catch it, but everyone who wants
The
to see
old
it is gonna-
person that goes to the
If
movie
Wonder-
theater and watches
If
everything.
Wonder Woman does well and maybe one other movie, every other studio is going to do the same thing.
I think the numbers of Wonder Woman were so
I'm
good,
waiting
that's what
any day.
created
I
Vegas.
think studios are going to start
I
doing the
think
same
I,
thing.
I think Wonder Woman.
They're gonna have to if
Disney-
they want to get
Disney's
some.
going to do it.
Yeah, of course, because if
Disney's gonna do it.
they gotta.
They're going to be the next one to do it.
Well, that's what the Thursday.
Whatever
meeting
they
we're
do
worried
this
about.
year or early this year, it's going to be just a temporary like wait and see thing. Nothing's set in stone.
Thursday's meeting, I bet you they say
I think-
they released their slew just like
For people who don't know, Disney's having a big direct-to-consumer meeting on Thursday, and people think they're going to announce Black Widow. Well, they said they're going to announce the future of Star Wars.
Is it like
Marvel,
a shareholders closed door corporate meeting?
I
Is
heard
it
it
like a streamed?
I haven't heard. That's a good question. I don't know for
Event,
sure. I
yeah.
don't think it's an event. I heard it was just some sort of event, but they said they're going to announce the future of Marvel, Disney, and people think they're going to announce Black Widow for next year, doing the Disney Plus premium access where you got to pay for it.
It's gonna happen.
I think, and if it wasn't going to happen when we talked about it 2 weeks ago, it might happen now because of Warner Brothers. Because now everyone, it's like Mike always says, they're moving their chess pieces around.
Anytime someone does something like this that could be innovative, everyone's fuck.
Would you be shocked if Disney didn't announce a slew of movies?
I'd be shocked if they didn't.
I like seeing everybody's different play though.
Yeah.
That
Like
is the
everybody's
fascinating
trying.
part.
Yeah, like I want to see which one works. Remember, like when Blu-ray and like
HD
HD.
DVD.
Yeah.
I was on the HD DVD bandwagon. That didn't work out.
Sorry.
I had like 10 of them, and I was like, oh, this is really good.
You're on the CD bandwagon.
But you know why I liked HD? Well, this is going to get off topic, but I liked HD DVD because when you bought it, one side was the HD DVD and one side was the regular DVD. So they were effectively giving you two options on one. Blu-ray wasn't doing that. They were just like, here's your Blu-ray. I like the fact that they gave you like the double-sided disc. That was kind of cool. But it was awesome, but it obviously didn't work. No one cared.
You chose poorly.
I chose
Well,
wrong.
Blu-ray's dead too now, so.
I buy
Blu-ray's
Blu-rays.
Blu-ray's not dead.
No,
Come
but
on.
it is. It is.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
It is.
Dude, people have Blu-ray collections.
Yeah,
Buy
but
them
that's like
crazy.
that's like
it's
a niche
saying
thing.
I have like a record collection.
Yeah.
But-
no, I buy
no,
them, but
come
I
on.
want like the
Blu-ray's not
physical
dead?
media.
Yo, anyone
I know.
watching right now in the comments,
Yeah.
you can't tell me Blu-ray.
Blu-ray is not dead.
No, it's not
You
dead.
go to your house and put a fucking DVD in a machine and
Yeah,
watch
nah.
the movie that way?
No,
Some people do.
No, who? Fucking
I do sometimes.
Wait,
old
wait,
man went.
No, but if you want to go buy a movie, what are you supposed to do?
Dude, my
You go
dad's
buy a
My
Blu-ray.
dad's in the 70s.
Buy a movie?
Yeah, what if you?
Who the fuck buys movies?
What do you
Buy
mean?
a movie.
Dude, there are people online and everywhere throughout the world who still make like their hobby to like collect movies and watch
No,
movies. And,
if you want to have like a card collection or a coin collection or a Blu-ray,
That's
okay.
different.
You're saying actively people who are under the age of like fucking 75 go and say, let me go buy a movie
Some
from like
people buy-
Walmart, a DVD,
or a
go
Blu-ray.
home to a DVD player that you probably can't even get serviced anymore if it breaks,
Yeah.
and watch a fucking DVD. You say people do that?
Why do you think consoles still have disc drives?
What consoles?
Like the newest Xbox, the newest PlayStation, like
Well, they
there's
offer
still
them without it.
physical medium is
They-
still a
they-
thing.
No,
Don't act like
not.
it's not.
It's not
They
a thing.
offer it without it though.
Well, PlayStation is doing that where it's like you could buy
They
either
want,
one
they do
or
it so
the
you
other,
can
but
play
Xbox
old.
isn't.
They do it so you can play old
Xbox
games
is
on
a
it,
piece
bro.
of shit.
If you buy a new car, does it come with a
Bill
CD
Gates,
player?
bro.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Dude, no one in America watches DVDs.
I'm
Or
not
Blu-ray.
saying that it's a booming industry, but
No,
you
it's-
cannot
When's
say.
the last time you put a DVD? That's a question for everyone.
You want to know how to
When's
buy a
the last time
movie?
put a DVD
You
or
go
a
to
Blu-ray in
Google
your-
somewhere and press
watch
buy
it?
movie.
Probably a year.
Really?
Probably a year. Yeah. But I haven't bought a Blu-ray in years. I'm not saying I'm buying them like
Yeah, but
crazy.
you're saying it's not dead,
It's not dead. Blu-rays are not dead.
dude.
Mike still buys a Criterion collection, and that's
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking about Mike. Like the average
Right.
consumer
Yeah.
is not Mike, and it's not you, and it's
I
not
know. We're the
Dude,
exception.
if
I get that.
DVDs are not dead, then I don't know. Then I don't know.
Then
A lot of
CD
people
then
are
CDs
alive.
aren't.
Abraham Lincoln's alive somewhere. If that's not dead.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm gonna go out and buy 5 Blu-rays a year. I'm saying that.
That's a good question
I
for,
hope
for
not.
the Instagram.
Yeah.
And for people watching right
Dude,
now.
what's your definition of dead?
It doesn't exist anymore, and it has less than 5% of the market.
DVDs have less than 5% of the market.
I think you're wrong.
Dude, who the fuck have the DVD player in their house?
Nobody.
I have several.
Where?
And
Like,
one-
but
well, do you
like
count? Are
still
we
have-
counting consoles or no?
No, I'm not counting. I'm
Okay,
not
so
counting.
I have in my
not counting
living room. I have
PlayStation.
a Blu-ray player and a DVD player. In my
hooked up,
living room.
actively
Why
hooked
do you
up.
have
Yes.
a DVD player next to a Blu-ray?
Because I just
The
didn't want
Blu-ray-
to. I just didn't want to get rid of it.
You have a DVD and Blu-ray player hooked up.
You can play
You don't wanna-
DVDs in the Blu-ray.
You have a
player.
DVD player, Blu-ray player hooked up. Is it next to the 8-track player and the fucking
Yes,
boombox?
it's next to the ice machine, and the
Oh, is it next to the fucking Apple II computer?
it's next to the Apple II, and it's next
Dude.
to the.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I know you're never gonna have movie theaters today because you still think fucking DVDs are alive.
Hold on. Danny, are Blu-rays dead?
According to CNBC, the death of the DVD, why sales dropped more than 86%.
Is that
What year is that?
include Blu-rays, though?
2007?
No,
What,
come
d-
on.
that says death of DVD. Does that include Blu-rays?
It includes Blu-rays.
Oh,
It
okay.
says DVDs are only 10% of the market.
It's higher than 5%.
Okay, so it's like I said, I'm not arguing it's the main thing.
But it's declining.
Oh, it's declining. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's steadily declining.
Again, I don't.
If
agree
I
with
went
that.
into
I
someone's
went into
house
Best
and they-
Buy
and they
recently, and
said-
they don't even have a DVD section anymore.
I was just trying to think if I was there recently too, and I was trying to think did I see it. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, they don't. They didn't.
If I went into someone's
There
house
used to be DVDs right
and
when
someone
you
said,
walk
"Oh,
in, that's
I
why.
just
The
bought a
one
new
in Yonkers,
movie,"
right there. It was nuts.
and opened a fucking Blu-ray and put it in a Blu-ray DVD player,
Yeah. Would you
I
have a
would
nervous
say-
breakdown?
I would say either this person. I would hope the person is extremely old, or I would say, where am I in like the backwoods of fucking like the swamps of Louisiana or something, like where people don't have internet connection.
Are they Amish? You're
Because-
wondering if that's if they're.
No, I still watch Blu-rays or DVDs sometimes because there's some movies that you can't
Well,
like.
it's an old movie that you have sitting on the shelf.
Sure.
You're not driving to Walmart buying a new
No.
Blu-ray.
No, but I
Yeah,
mean,
okay, that's what I'm
but I still buy new Blu-rays every now and then if
Yeah,
something
if there's a
comes
movie
out that I
have to
want.
have,
Yeah, but you
I'll go
guys,
buy it.
you guys gotta understand, you're not.
Yeah,
an
yeah,
average
yeah.
consumer.
Right? No, I understand
No,
that.
I get that.
I'm just saying, like every now and then I pop in.
One other
an old
point I wanted
DVD.
to bring up to you guys, which I thought was interesting because everyone is so pissed about this. We heard in the last couple days, Nolan's pissed, James Gunn is pissed. Everyone's
saw
speaking
Nolan's,
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So check out this fact. I was checking up, doing research. This was fascinating to me. It says last month Warner Brothers shocked everyone by announcing that the upcoming Wonder Woman 84 would be the first film to be on HBO Max and Christmas Day, and in theaters on Christmas Day. However, in order to strike this deal, Warner Brothers had to compensate those involved in the film handsomely, with one agent referring to it as Wonder Woman money to offset the potential lost profits from an exclusive theatrical release. The same deal is allegedly not being offered to those involved in the upcoming films, which has caused many to question the decision to move to the dual release format and express concerns publicly. James Gunn, director of the upcoming rebooted Suicide Squad, is reportedly among those not pleased with the offerings from Warner
Yeah,
Brothers.
So
so he's
basically-
missing out on money.
So basically, is this
Right.
what this means? James Gunn signed on to get 3 points of back end money.
Right, I
from the
bet
movie,
his deal
right?
because of his controversy was very backloaded.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means
They're pissed, and then Wonder Woman's getting those
so
people are getting paid.
if Gal Gadot had whatever percent of back end money,
Patty Jenkins.
they're saying you're not gonna you're not gonna reach that quota. There's not gonna be a
Right,
back
so
end.
here's
a few
They-
million
a
dollars.
check,
they
right.
have- they
But
That
have-
was $1 billion movie though, too.
But with James
Right.
Gunn and everyone else, they're
Yeah.
not doing that for.
Right.
So
So
that-
no one else in
that's not
that
a billion
no one else in
dollar
that
movie.
2021 slate is getting a deal.
So they should
be pissed
They should
because
be getting their back end cut from the streaming. Sales.
yeah, they probably don't want to give up that money because
Yeah.
who knows what they're going to. Oh, another thing, I don't know if you guys heard. Everyone was asking. I think Quinn was asking us too. What were they going to do about people signing up for the free trial for HBO Max?
They canceled
They
that.
can't right,
Quietly.
yeah. They canceled the 7-day free trial of HBO
Yep.
Max, so you can't sign up a week before to watch Wonder Woman.
Yep.
You cannot do the 7-day free trial anymore.
Well, good.
Smart.
Yeah.
But now
absolutely.
people are just going to sign it to their friends' accounts.
So you know what? This is
They'll
gonna,
get people to subscribe, especially Wonder Woman. I think Wonder
Yeah, I
Woman will
will.
do
I
well
think-
for them.
So
I think it is
so
gonna
they're
do
gonna have
Yeah.
to change contracts because if I'm an agent or a big actor, and especially if filming something now, you can't tell me, oh, you're gonna get 3% of.
well, you're going to tell me Lana Wachowski.
I don't know
You're
what
telling me Lana
back end-
Wachowski's not pissed?
That's
I
what
don't know
I'm
what back
saying.
end
But all
is.
these guys, these are all stuff that's done already. So
Yeah.
like like they already,
It's
it's
signed
too
already.
late for
Yeah.
them.
But imagine
Going
you're
forward,
filming
you're
a
probably
movie
right,
now.
huh?
Imagine you're filming a movie right now. You got to be calling your fucking agent.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that streaming money.
Yeah.
They're gonna start getting streaming money. The
Otherwise, this movie's not gonna
They're
be
gonna
good.
have to.
because that's the only
You guys know who else was pissed? AMC had something to say. I like this quote. I'll tell you guys. It said, AMC said, clearly Warner Media intends to sacrifice a considerable portion of its profitability in the movie studio division and that its production partners and filmmakers to subsidize the HBO Max startup. So he's calling it a startup.
That's just a drowning person, like getting one last gasp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah. Well,
They,
can you blame them?
don't have they don't have the power anymore. You
They have
know.
no leverage.
I can't say I blame them, even though I'm not really a big AMC fan.
I don't
but
feel bad for the
There's no
movie
leverage.
theaters that much, and I don't feel bad for, James Gunn and these fucking.
No.
Oh yeah, ultimately.
No, I don't
these-
feel bad.
And them, it's just the way the world's changing.
Yeah, I don't feel bad
and you
for
if you
Nolan.
don't adapt, you fucking that's it. Like, no one felt bad for like, I don't know. I always
no
the
one
music-
felt bad for the recording artists.
The music industry got hit with this 20 years ago
Right.
first, and it's different reasons, piracy and stuff. But like, the music industry was destroyed by the internet.
I think
Destroyed
COVID
by the
just
internet.
sped everything up.
I think the
It did.
internet
It
destroyed
absolutely did.
everything.
Yeah.
COVID just sped everything up. That's all it did. It was
Yeah,
this was
yeah.
happening. It's
This was gonna happen.
yeah,
It sped it up.
just
Yeah.
sped it up.
Yeah,
That's
I think,
the
but I think it's sped it up by like 10 or 15 years. I don't
Yeah,
think we're
yeah,
talking. I don't think we're talking
I
about.
agree.
Let's agree. We're not talking about a 2-year speed
No,
up.
no.
I
We're
think
talking
you're
a 10-year
I think
speed
like
up.
20 years.
Okay,
No, I
would-
think
yeah.
I think 10 years is a
Okay,
good.
Yeah, I
okay,
think so, too.
double digits. It wasn't a
Yeah.
2-year speed up. Where
No,
I never thought about that, but it made sense.
absolutely
No, it is. Yeah,
no. It's
it sped everything up. Everything that was dying died a faster death. Everything that was growing is growing faster.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Like
the Walmarts,
it's-
the Amazons, everyone.
You know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Just the way it is.
is there any final words we can say for the movie theater? Hopefully, not the final words for the movie.
What do you?
theaters.
Well, let's say I think it's smart and it's going to be successful. I think it's going to be the barometer for everything moving
I think
forward.
I agree with you. I think it's going to do really well.
You
It's
do.
going to set the standard of how we consume movies.
I think we're going to look back at this
This moment.
release of what Warner did
Episode
today
19.
and say this is just changed the movie industry forever. This movie.
A lot of people agree with you. We,
So
you
I
and I were
think that-
watching, all the stuff on
What do you
YouTube.
think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it all depends on how it plays out. Again, I think people are just trying different things, and this is just an extremely bold move. This is the boldest of all the moves.
I think it's
crazy.
This
bold.
isn't
It's
Disney
bold.
Plus
Bold is a good word.
I
putting
think it's the
Milan out.
smartest move.
Think about if this was a year. Think about us telling ourselves this a year ago.
It's
You'd be like, "What the fuck are you
Yeah, but
talking about?"
well, hey, like I said, me and Mike in March were saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, this COVID thing's getting a little crazy."
I still-
We've got a lot of movies that are delayed.
I still think the studios do want theaters to survive somehow because again, there's nothing that opening weekend gross. There's
It's so important.
Exactly. That's so much money that they're losing. You know what I mean?
But before we get off of it, one more thing. Pretend theaters are dead.
Like they don't exist.
There's a very few and far between. There's
Okay.
not many theaters. You don't think they'd make the same opening box office money they would on streaming if they made everyone pay for it? You're going to have to pay for it. You're not going to not watch the new Star Wars or Marvel movie.
I think
You're going to pay for it.
that immediate competition
No.
of the streaming will be harder
Because
on people.
no,
there's so many
because when you
options.
go to a movie theater with 10 people, you're buying 10 tickets. When you fucking stream it at home, one person is paying
Right.
for it.
Unless all of us see that's the thing. Unless there's gonna be groups of people like us saying, "Hey, let's go to Tim's house and let's go watch New Mortal Kombat."
Also,
Let's
well,
go.
what they do with
The pirating is going to be a lot easier now.
Oh, great point, Frank. I was reading this week.
Bootlegs are going to be
Pirating
so easy to
is
make.
skyrocketing
It's
right
gonna
now.
be so easy to make a bootleg. I don't gotta fucking pay for that shit. I'll have fucking my tech guy do that shit.
Right.
Put it on the flash drive for me, and I'll plug that shit in my TV and watch it.
Like you said, it's always going to force people to if you can't watch it, you're going to go out and you'll stream it. But that idea of forcing people to go out and stream it is also going to force people to go out and bootleg, and you're going to create more people that
It's gonna
bootleg.
be interesting.
I think it's just the reason why the movie industry hasn't been as fucked as it's way easier to bootleg and stream illegal music. It's such
Oh,
a smaller file. It's
yeah.
just
It's
for many
almost
reasons.
instantaneous.
Bootlegs have been around a long time. And
Yeah,
I've,
like selling DVDs in the barber shop.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's
Those
always
guys on
been
Canal
there.
Street,
That's what I'm saying.
take your
We're
pick.
not there now,
No,
obviously,
but
The guys on Canal Street, they got Matrix 4 right now. We can go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They got an advanced copy. All right, guys. So let's again, as we've been saying all year.
Disney Plus gets 0 new subscriptions for Black Widow. I'm calling it right now.
That would be a
I'm calling
disaster.
it right now.
I cannot wait for Thursday. Thursday's gonna be fascinating to see what now Disney's gonna be the next big one to see what they're gonna do and how they react to this.
They have-
they've been planning for a long time. I can guarantee
Absolutely.
you that.
And they pay no licensing fees like Netflix. They own all their content.
Yeah,
So they're just making money hand over
Disney.
fist.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. That's what I was
As
just
we've been
about
saying
to
all
say.
year, guys, let's just see what happens. All right, so let's move now to our second topic of the evening, guys.
That was a long first time.
Yeah, that was a big one. We got to talk about the Mandalorian, of course.
Mike's favorite subject.
Mike's favorite subject.
Love
Yes.
Mandalorian. So I love
Tim, I think it'd be fair to say
I-
two of the best two episodes.
I was
in the history of the
I
show.
was blown away by these last two episodes.
Yeah,
I will
these
say
these
this.
demand our attention.
I will say this: I am actually looking forward to episodes.
I can't wait.
I'm eagerly looking forward to watching episodes instead of hoping that it's
Yes.
going to be good.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? And that's a
That's
great
how I
point.
feel.
And even though I liked it last season more than you, I'm now even more like, it ends, and I'm like, I need another episode. I cannot wait. I watch some of these episodes twice. I usually never do that, but they're also shorter. Like the last one was a half hour. I'm watching some of these twice. That's how.
Yeah, last season,
Great.
me and Frank, I think we're on the same page. We liked it. We didn't love it. It was
Right.
kind of.
But
it
now-
was cool. Now I'm like, this is fucking.
This is now must-see
this
TV.
This is better than
If you're a
most
Star
of the
Wars
Star
fan,
Wars
it's
content
very
they've
good.
put out
Yes.
in totality.
Everyone's
from
everyone's
Disney.
saying that.
Like it might be the best thing they have right now. It is
Since
best
the
thing they have
original
now.
trilogy?
It might be the best thing they've
well,
done.
the new stuff.
The new stuff.
Yeah,
The
I still
sequel
love.
trilogy.
Of course, we still love the Rogue Ones and
Yeah,
the 7
yeah.
and all that. But yeah, like
I like
amongst.
Solo too.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's fucking. These last episodes are really good.
Yeah. All right. So let's start with the first one, the Jedi. We all had insane.
We knew Ahsoka was going to be in there.
Yeah. Dave Filoni, we heard was directing it, and we knew Ahsoka was coming. But
I wish they would have kept that a little bit more of a secret.
I know
It would be
all this
new
casting got
coming.
leaked.
It's a secret now.
No, nothing.
Dude,
There'll be a secret in
you
this.
knew the movie.
Oh.
There's shit we're not going to know about in this coming
You
up.
knew Star Wars, like the last 2 movies. You knew the plot basically before the movie came out. So
I was actively like
it doesn't
looking
matter.
for it. No, this
Information's
was like
there.
this. They said, "Oh, she's playing a." This was like
Yeah, this
put out
was
by the
this
studio.
was like the fan casting hope, and everyone was talking about it. And
it wasn't like they weren't. It wasn't like this a photo set leaked. They,
right?
they
Yeah.
admitted
Remember,
it.
yeah, they
opened
never
it.
announced Rosario Dawson.
Oh, they never did.
No, they never officially announced
Oh.
Rosario Dawson was going to be Ahsoka. But the episode was called The Jedi. Dave Filoni was doing it, and they name dropped her the previous week with Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
So again, all the dominoes were in place to get knocked over, and one of the best parts of the episode, we'll go through the big parts of it. We thought like, oh, maybe toward the end for a few seconds they're finally going to show her, and then we'll get it for the next episode. How does the episode open up? Dual white lightsabers coming up, just chopping
that was
people
fucking
down.
dope.
That was me and my friend were watching it, completely unexpected. We're like, yo, they're opening with this. They're not holding anything back.
Yeah, that was fucking dope.
And I know you, Frank, who doesn't know the cartoons as much. You
You-
got to admit, like,
Your first impression, because that's like the first.
yeah.
time
What do
I
you think?
saw
So what do you
Ahsoka,
think? You're
thought
not
it was-
a big
Yeah, that was
animated
fucking
person.
dope. I've seen her before. I've
Okay.
seen her the cartoon version.
Rosario nailed. I'll tell you, she
But-
nailed it.
But it was fucking dope. Just like you said, how they opened it up, and she was just like,
Yeah, they didn't hide it.
she's a badass bitch.
That's why people
Like, you don't
love
wanna fuck with
Ahsoka.
her. You do not want to fuck with that bitch. I don't like how she turned down.
Oh, a training
Training,
girl. Oh,
training,
Yeah, I was gonna say let's
Coos-
get if you
training
want to.
who's Grogu? We
If
got
you
a
want-
name.
We'll get into it. We'll get into what we don't like after I guess what we liked about that episode.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ahsoka was great. The visual was great.
Visuals,
it was sick.
yeah.
I really liked the whole Japanese Japan
Yes.
elements they put in. Like everything was like a very Japanese set.
Yeah, very like
where
samurai.
they were.
She's from what?
No, I don't know. That she has nothing to do with her with Japan.
No, I know what you're saying. Just the aesthetic.
Yeah, like
Even that fight at
in
the
that
end.
garden.
was
Like, and remember they were like on that garden in the end, and then she had like the.
the staff.
staff.
It's a staff.
It just reminded me of like a.
It's a perfect combination
Yeah.
of like the Eastern and Western
Yeah,
elements
yeah.
because we know the show is a Western kind
Yeah.
of, but then she did the very much like kung fu,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stance, and
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and it was very interesting. That character was called the Magistrate. What I thought was
I love that they got you. We finally got. Obviously, we finally got his name. I don't think people love the name.
yeah,
Grogu?
it's not a yeah, it's
They
not a
could
great
have.
name.
They could have came up with a better name. They could have come up with a better name.
Yeah, it's not.
Cruz is better.
the Goose
Yeah,
is better.
Whose is better?
But
They
Yeah,
could've
not a
come up
great
with a
name,
name.
but we all knew at the end of the day, Baby Yoda's gonna stick.
Yeah.
That ain't going anywhere.
And I
my
thought
prediction was right. I had a prediction.
Well, we don't know yet because obviously the idea now is that they're gonna
He's
hopefully get
taken.
him back. He has been taken.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be back.
in that first episode.
Yeah.
I like. We finally got background on him.
Yeah.
Which I like. Okay, I love that he was in the
He's in the
Jedi
temple.
He was being trained so very early.
And they name drop Yoda.
They name dropped Yoda. They shit on Yaddle.
They pretend like she doesn't exist.
Yeah, she's like, I know one of his kind, and like
Master
Yaddle's,
Yoda.
like was on the Jedi Council.
And not after episode 1.
Yeah, they said she left. To
Oh, is
do,
that the
like,
girl Yoda in the
Yeah.
prequel?
Yes.
Yeah.
They give her like a story in the
They did. They
comics.
said she wanted to go and pursue other like.
No,
she was
they
still
killed her in the expanded
Really?
universe of the comics. Yeah,
Oh,
she saves Anakin from like a bomb.
Okay, it's not.
That she has the ability. They said she has a force ability. Again, this is going into the expanded universe.
Seeing the
She has the
future.
ability that Yoda doesn't have actually. That she can like absorb, like force energy or something. Like she can like take things in. And
But
she,
that's
I don't know.
not canon.
I'm not sure if
No,
if it's.
I think
yeah, I
canon
don't think
is
it,
like she stepped down from. She was still a Jedi, but she stepped down
Yeah.
from the council for whatever the fuck.
Okay.
But
But yeah, so we got
they
the
get-
backstory.
Got his backstory. Obviously, how did he escape Order 66?
Yeah, they said someone took him.
Who took him? Who saved him?
Yeah.
Where was he this entire time? I like that he could, force communicate with Ahsoka.
Right. He's not just a baby. He actually has communication skills.
The shit that I didn't like. One, what you just said. How many fucking times do we sit here? We can't train him. He's too angry. I mean, it's a fucking baby.
Yeah,
How angry is?
Yeah, but
he's not angry
but
at all. I haven't seen any. Angry.
No, but they have. They've
He
they've-
choked.
Yeah, he choked Cara Dune.
Yeah.
And he saw in the second episode, which we'll get
They
to.
say he can't train him because he's angry. I told you he's gonna be evil.
Well,
he's the next emperor. He's like the next.
That's why
Don't they say? I
they're
heard.
not training.
I've only seen
But
the
they said-
commercials,
Well,
but don't they
well-
say that they're like evil sorcerers or something that they're taking them to? Enemy sorcerers.
Well, they've said that.
enemy
Right.
sorcerers.
Well, because they're enemies of the
Of the Mandalorian,
Mandalorian.
right? But
She said there's basically two things. One is he has too much of an attachment with you, basically saying I don't
right,
want to rip
right,
him
no,
from
no
you.
commitment, no love, the Jedi Order, and all that.
And then meanwhile, they did with everyone for thousands of years. They ripped
Right.
you from your parents, and then
Right, and then said,
now
"Hey."
maybe she's saying that's not good.
It sounds just like
Well,
Willow.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
I didn't
Or
think of
Lord
that.
of the Rings.
I think
Yeah.
she's gonna end up being the one that trains.
And then I just thought it was too much. I knew she wasn't not going to train him, but it was too much bullshit. Like, oh, you finally meet Ahsoka, but I can't train him. It's
you
just
think
like
she's done in the.
I think we might see her again.
and now like bring him to this rock, and
Right.
maybe someone else will train him. I
He's
didn't
gonna
like
send
that.
out that-
I
That was a
didn't like
dope
that.
fucking scene.
That was awesome scene, but
Yeah.
I didn't love the like.
But they
push
did. But they
him
did
away.
set it up the excuse though that he does have some anger and he can, they gave you little. I know what you're saying
That's
about
not-
it being weird, but it's not like they just dropped it out of nowhere. It's based in some context.
Can we just say one thing? Stormtroopers have the worst aim.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
We know that.
They never hit
Yeah,
shit.
They don't. They're getting worse.
Yeah, they got worse. Like, they never hit anything.
We also have to talk about the other
Fuck
big.
somebody up for once.
The other big point we gotta mention is the other big name drop. She's
Thrawn.
Ahsoka said, "Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?" Holy shit! This show is giving us everything we could have ever imagined, and dropping these names.
I'm not as in love with Thrawn being back as a lot of people.
Really?
I just think you're throwing too much shit.
It's
into
tying
the
into.
element now,
It's
though.
becoming like Rebels. It's becoming like the
But
Rebels
it's just
offshoot.
too much. Like they're doing one part of it is time. They're doing the background for Snoke with this
Right.
whole genetics thing,
Right.
and it seems like we don't know what Moff Gideon is. If he's working for Snoke, is he working for himself?
Right.
Is he working for the Emperor? Is he just doing this on his own? The Emperor's going to come crush everything
squash-
he's doing.
yeah, squash his
But now
sect.
you're throwing Thrawn into it. It's just like, and then the reason I don't like it is because we know Thrawn goes nowhere. We know it doesn't lead to anything. The
Well-
sequels has nothing to do with Thrawn. He's not mentioned once. He's not anywhere. So you're
Maybe
gonna
a
bring him
stepping
back,
stone.
and you know what I mean? It's just I could be happy with him as the
Who
cartoon
do
only.
you think's gonna end up training him, or is he gonna be trained as a Jedi?
Well, that's where I think.
We're not gonna see any of that. I don't know.
I don't know. This no.
Well, not
I'm
right
saying
now,
this
but
is
it's-
happening- there's 2 episodes left. Right?
There's 2 episodes left.
Yeah, so it's not gonna happen this season, but next season.
They're not gonna keep this kid going.
Well, they have to.
One more season, maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
I
well-
actually agree with you.
Well, if this show's
How
gonna
long
keep
can they
going
drag-
on.
How long? It can't keep going to nowhere.
I know you're saying you can't keep saying like, this person's gonna train him, then you got to go
yeah,
over here, then you got
yeah,
it becomes an escort
can't-
mission.
It has to either get to the point and you're gonna show us the point, or you're gonna get to the point and then the show's gonna be
Well,
over.
I
They're
gotta
not
believe
gonna
John and
know
Dave.
what to do with it.
Yeah, like
Well,
you can't keep. Okay, now you have to go here. Now bring him here. Now do this.
I'm
We just
already
can't
tired.
stay a baby forever
Yeah,
either.
exactly.
I don't know
I'm
how.
already tired of that.
So
What,
the next
Baby
episode,
Yoda?
basically.
No, just the fucking like
Hopping
Escort
around.
mission.
yeah. Just
So the next,
stupid
this
mission every
Ahsoka
week.
said, I can't train him. Basically, I think she was too busy. She might be
Right.
hunting down Thrawn.
Right, and she might be doing right the whole Rebels thing.
He's angry, but there are other Jedi out there. Bring him to. Now they brought him to
Tython.
Tython.
Right.
This is the,
Okay, this is the second episode, the
this is
tragedy.
the first. This gets a little
Okay, go ahead.
geeky here.
Yeah.
A little.
no. Oh, wait till you. I know what he's gonna
This
say.
gets a little geeky here. So
Yeah.
Luke was on Ahch-To. That was the first Jedi temple.
Correct.
Tython is the first Jedi temple.
Yes, you're right. No, he's right. I was getting confused, and Tim and I were doing research, and the originators of all this like Jedi stuff, like from like thousands
Were
and thousands of years
called
ago,
the
they were
Jedi,
called
yeah.
the Jedi with like a comma in the name. They were like the ancient like.
They were
Force
the ones that
users.
first figured
At
out
some
like
point,
the
somebody
Force.
was like, "All right, fuck this. We're just the Jedi."
They were one group, the Jedi.
Right.
And then that broke off to the Jedi only wanted to follow
The Jedi
light,
that we know
and then
now.
the Sith broke off to the dark.
Right.
The Jedi followed everything, light and dark and kind of combination.
Correct.
So this was the first Jedi temple.
Right, so if
on
you want to just say
Tython.
it's the first overall
Yeah.
of all Jedi things,
yeah.
it's
First
the
temple,
this is
yeah.
the original spot. So they said put him
Yeah.
on the rock,
Yeah.
and he's gonna what do they
I
say?
love how you started laughing. You were like immediately.
Yeah, this is
I
getting-
know too much.
This is really
about
getting
this.
down in
Yeah.
the fucking
Well,
like
yeah.
weeds of.
Yeah, this is like
Star
hardcore
Wars.
stuff.
Yeah.
So we won't go too deep on it. So They said put him on the rock. They got right to it in the episode. We were worried because we're like, oh, they're gonna have a come down episode, and this episode was jam packed.
Yeah.
So he was on the ship. They got right to the planet.
Fett.
They dropped down. Yeah, we saw Boba Fett. So puts him on the rock.
It looked kind of like California where they were.
Yeah, it was like a desert.
The planet. I always judge the planets.
Yeah,
like, is it a cool
because that's
planet
fun. You
or
want to have
not?
cool planets. Did you guys like the whole, as you call it, interstellar Wi-Fi, Baby Yoda meditating on the
Yeah.
rock?
That was dope.
That was cool.
So he brought him to the rock. Nothing was happening.
Right. He says, "Come on, do your thing. Just send out your go reach out through the force."
Yeah. And he did, and there was just like a mega beam of force that we
Like you know the DC blue laser in the sky thing.
course.
That's what Baby Yoda did on the rock.
Oh my god.
around him.
Mike's excited.
Loving it.
And all of a sudden you see, right after that happens, you see Slave One coming. Boba's
yeah.
You want to talk about real nerdy? People were crying watching that Slave One and Boba Fett show up
So
again for the first
Boba
time in
shows
40
up,
years.
and he's trying to get the kid out. He can't. He gets thrown back.
Yeah, the
by
force field pushes him.
He's like, "Fuck! I can't get in. I have to just protect him." Boba shows up. Basically says, "I want my fucking armor back."
Right.
That's
They have a little
that's my
standoff.
father's armor.
That's my right.
Going to the whole thing. Like
His
he does
father,
everybody-
Django's a foundling.
Yeah,
He's no
yeah,
longer
he
just
goes-
a
yeah,
guy.
Well, he wasn't saying what your armor doesn't belong to you. You're not. Are you a Mandalorian? No. Blah 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 blah. We get more background on Boba Fett and Jango Fett because Lucas always said they're not Mandalorian.
Right, which-
they're not Mandalorian.
Now,
Boba's Fett's not a Mandalorian. He's really not a Mandalorian. He wasn't raised there. No. His father was a foundling, what they call is like if a Mandalorian finds a lost child.
like Din
Yeah,
Djarin.
Din.
They have to
He's
train him.
Din's not a true Mandalorian. I think he was. I don't know what planet he was on.
Oh yeah, I don't know the plan either, but
But-
they showed it in the first season.
So they found him and raised him, and that's what happened with Boba
And the
Fett's
Empire.
dad.
Right. I got it.
And then, he must have left the Mandalorian Order. He was just working for himself by the time
Right,
we
yeah,
saw the
absolutely.
prequels. He was just a lone bounty hunter. He showed him all that shit.
The
that
chain
said-
code.
Yeah, and it proved that he had a Mandalorian family. He takes his armor back, kicks fucking ass.
Yo, that was a great
Yeah.
scene because
Boba
they showed
was
all his
fucking-
weapons.
Yeah,
They showed the knee darts. They showed the rocket.
it was fucking awesome.
I have to say though, as cool as it was seeing that armor again, the guy got Tamora Morrison. He's doing a great job. He's just a little bit bloated in the
Yeah.
middle. That armor looked like it was a little stretched out.
Yeah.
It looked a little like
He's old.
I know
He's
he's.
go to LA Fitness.
I know. So it's crazy
Those
seeing.
are fucking Tatooine fitness.
Yeah. Well, they said he had
You got the gaffy
He
stick
had
from the
gaffy stick.
yeah.
That's So that was. I told so
Awesome.
many of my friends that are big Boba Fett fans. I'm like, you're gonna love. Like I didn't tell them why. I was like,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna love it. They're like, that was a dream come true.
It was very
40
good.
years later, seeing him
And
back.
then they ended up taking Baby Yoda.
Right, and then so we saw the Dark Troopers, which
You
I was
might
glad.
Appreciate the Dark Troopers.
Yeah, did you guys notice? I wanted to throw this at you. A lot of Easter egg videos were talking about it. The Dark Troopers were very kind of Iron Man-esque with the
Yeah.
Favreau,
Yeah.
putting his influence on
You're
there.
right.
And
Yep.
they fly down.
Yeah, they looked like
And they're just
Iron Man.
they're not, we thought maybe there was going to be people involved. They're just androids. They're just robots. And I was like at first I thought we weren't going to see them because when the stormtroopers came out of those like ships, I was like, where are the Dark Troopers? Then they said let them down. I was like, all right, we're going to see the Dark Troopers. But then they just took them. Like they walked mad slow
They didn't have to
and just
do
grabbed them
anything.
and just
It
went
took
up.
him like a loaf of bread.
Tell him
Yeah.
about he might know the history of the Dark Troopers.
Well, to be honest, I don't
Video
really
game.
know a lot.
Video
Yeah, they
game.
come from the game.
Yeah,
yeah.
what game was that?
Oh, it was from not Shadows of the Empire. It came from Dark.
Like 94.
Yeah, it was like a 94, 95 PC game that the Dark Troopers came from, and they're pulling from that, which is really
I love when they
obscure
pull
history.
from all that stuff.
Well, a lot of people think that we're gonna now see like
They have to.
other
Yeah.
crazy characters from those games. Because if you're bringing in those things, why can't you bring in the Dash Rendars and the Kyle Katarn characters of the world, which are
And I don't want to
favorites.
spoil. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but what I've heard is that Moff Gideon's gonna have the mega. He might have like a mega Dark Trooper.
Oh yeah,
suit.
I've heard that he's gonna have his own
Yeah.
suit, and then that'll be like
Yeah.
the third phase of the
Yeah.
Dark Troopers.
Yeah. But anyway, Baby Yoda got taken
He's kidnapped.
He's kidnapped.
By who? By Boba Fett?
by
No.
like remnants of
But
the
the Dark
Empire.
Troopers?
By Giancarlo Esposito and his team, and the Dark. Yeah, he brought
The
out the
Dark
Dark
Troop-
Troopers.
Yeah,
Right.
and he's
That's the, right.
he's showing his force powers now a little bit more. He's powerful.
Oh yeah, he was just
That was dope.
he was
That
just
scene was
fucking
dope.
those guys up.
The thing that again, this is like stupid things with the writing, but I heard other people complain about this too. Boba Fett's armor was on that Tatooine for fucking years.
Oh,
that guy
I-
had it.
Yeah.
The
Why
Jawas
did he go
had
get
it.
it?
Cobb
Now
Van-
he's
Cobb
following
Vance
this guy
had
around
it.
the universe to get his armor back.
Yeah.
It was in front of your nose the whole
Yeah,
time.
well, he had to wait for the show to
Yeah,
start,
exactly.
and then
Yeah.
yeah, because of the show.
Yeah.
He was still.
They-
He could have just took it from Cobb
they're
Vanth in
like,
2
we
seconds.
need Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Right.
We need a familiar
Healing
face.
From getting eaten by that dragon. He was still healing.
Yeah. Like that
That's
was
true.
stupid, kind of, and
And he didn't even attack Mando. After fighting like you said, fighting the dragon, he had to wait a little while for him to like
Yeah,
rest
yeah,
up and then
yeah.
go to the new planet and then attack him and see what happens.
now they're indebted to.
Which I think is cool because we knew they were
Yeah.
gonna have to team up. Like,
Yeah.
now,
At
like
some point,
this is what I'm
yeah.
so hyped for now. These last 2 episodes, they're bringing the team again. Went and getting Cara Dune.
And she's like a sheriff in the
She's a
New
sheriff now.
Republic now.
Yeah. So, but once
Bill
he
Burr's
told
coming back.
Bill Burr's coming
I
back.
saw that.
I know Frank, you're hyped for that.
Yeah.
Was he on Rogan the other day?
Yes,
He was.
Okay, I gotta
Right.
find it. Oh, it's on Spotify now.
why.
Those fucks.
I don't have Spotify either.
Yeah.
I'm not getting it. So.
I guess the last thing we have to mention is again we'll talk about it after the next 2 episodes. But who is going to be hearing that signal from Baby Yoda? There was a story going on that if you freeze frame one of the parts of the episode when Din is walking down the mountain, there's like
bad.
an outline of
Yeah.
like another person. They think a Force ghost was there.
Oh, I saw that.
on top of the mountain. You saw that Easter
I
egg?
fucking saw that.
So if that's true,
You think it's-
it could be Yoda. It could be Luke. Like who is gonna?
In my
Emperor.
opinion,
I know a lot of
in
people
my
I know Luke's not a Force
in
ghost.
my
yet, but
humble
still.
opinion,
Yeah.
if they don't make Luke the one that eventually comes and gets Baby Yoda, or someone on Luke's behalf,
The end game.
it's fucking
Yeah, but then
stupid.
Baby Yoda's in the
Right now,
dead anyway.
Luke is in the process of traveling the fucking galaxy looking for old Jedi.
He's still
Force
right. He's in the process of looking.
members.
Right. He doesn't
He's
have the
looking
temple
for
yet.
but he's looking for Force sensitive people.
Right.
He's looking for old Jedi relics. He's the prime of himself as a Jedi. He wants to eventually grow the Order. He's looking for this shit, flying around with
Right. And now there's
Los Teca
Right. Right. To
Yeah.
get them right.
to get the artifacts. This signal goes out. Luke is the most powerful Force guy in the galaxy right now.
Right. And he.
You're telling me Ezra fucking Bridger shows up from Oblivion 15 years later? No.
He might not be in Oblivion because of the Thrawn thing, but we also
Dude,
don't know how the timeline
There's
is going
no
with that.
the way they're writing this.
It's got.
You can't say it's not Luke.
I agree with you. I want it to be
Setting
Luke.
yourself up to be very disappointed.
It's gonna be the
not
Emperor.
gonna be.
He's gonna be evil.
No.
That way Disney can have like a cute villain that they could still sell toys.
They could, yeah.
I don't know. Listen. I
It
get. What,
can't
I want
not
it.
be him.
I know.
It's a
I agree
stupid
with you.
explanation if it's not
Yeah.
eventually him.
I want it to be.
Setting yourself up for disappointment.
No, I don't think so.
Listen, the
You
way
don't
the
think
show's
that's
been
like
going,
too obvious?
everyone's been saying Sebastian Stan
it's
in the Marvel
obvious,
family.
but it's, if you know the story right now where we are, no other explanation makes sense.
It's not Luke, bro.
Okay, so Frank, what do you think?
I don't know, but I don't have extensive knowledge like you guys do. But it's not gonna be Luke.
It has to be. If it's not Luke, it has to be someone showing
What other
up.
Jedis are out there?
I want.
Cal Kestis from the video game Jedi Fallen Order.
And then he's not a real Jedi either.
Right, exactly. I don't know enough about the game. I don't want to get it spoiled for myself, so I haven't like looked anything up because I want to play the game. But yeah, like he's a guy that's somewhere between Padawan and Jedi Knight. He's barely a Jedi Knight, like you like to say, like Kanan. You know,
And
so
he's even. This was what? Where was? When did that video game take place?
that's after 3. It's between 3 and 4. Like
Right,
it's
he-
shortly after, like a year or two after 3.
Okay, so
the
again, he's just been missing for the last.
Right, he's been hiding
8-9
He's hiding
years,
from Vader.
You know, so. I personally would want a new character,
Some people have said like maybe it is going to be a new character.
a new Padawan, someone younger, someone who's like a Lor Santeca or Poe Dameron's parents who are like friends with the Force and
Someone
everything,
that Luke
on
is
behalf
training.
of Luke,
Someone that Luke is
or a
training.
friend of Luke.
I'm down for
saying
that.
like.
But then that'll spoil the fact that like now Luke's gonna have to show up at some point.
Sebastian
in the
Stan.
True.
Sign me up.
Second reason why,
Mm-hmm.
and redeem Luke's character. Give us the Luke we wanted to
I
fucking
agree.
see the entire
I
fucking
agree.
time.
So did they get Mark Hamill and
wants to
digitally de-age him and stuff?
He wants to redeem his. He was not happy
Oh,
with
No,
we
he
Luke.
know.
wasn't.
Nobody.
Give us, even if it's for 2 minutes on screen, I want to see the Luke that I dreamed
Badass
about
Luke
seeing.
show
Yeah, I don't think
The-
anybody was.
the
You're right.
Luke.
Like I'm trying to
Yeah.
think who was happy.
You
from
want to see?
that.
Notice you want to see
I don't think so.
Grandmaster Luke.
Yes.
Right, not old hermit, gray
Carrie
bearded.
Fisher died.
That's fucking depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us the Luke we wanted.
Yeah, the Luke we deserve.
Even if it's for a split second, even if it's
Oh yeah, if it's 2 minutes, I don't need a whole episode of Luke.
I do, but listen,
Well, yeah, it's the dream.
No, but I hear what you're saying. I just don't see. I don't see that happening. But you're right. They do open it up for having to have Luke show up.
Right. If someone's here on behalf of Luke Skywalker, then they're like, you gotta have him. You throw his name out
Yeah,
there.
at some point.
And again, where does Baby Yoda go? Because he's not, and he has nothing to do with anything in the sequel trilogy.
Maybe he's gonna end up traveling the galaxy with Din. Maybe that's how this is gonna go.
Yeah, we don't know.
Maybe
But if he goes with Luke, at least we have an explanation. He got killed in the
Right.
in the-
Kylo.
Yeah, in the fire. In the
or is he so miraculous he survives 2 Order 66s and lives again?
He could though.
Yeah.
That could be possible.
temple.
'Cause
Listen,
you don't know, like.
The Emperor keeps fucking coming back.
Yeah, you don't know exactly who died and how, and you know what I mean. All you see from Kylo Ren.
No, you don't
destroying-
know. You don't know.
is
A
Listen,
fire.
The lack of creativity today, they'll figure out a way to bring him
Yeah,
back.
of
They'll,
course.
listen. I'll end it with this if you want. Do we have any reason to doubt John and Dave? They've nailed
So
every step of
far,
the way.
I tip my hat to him. I'm
Absolutely.
Who?
Very hard.
John and Dave.
On
Who's
John
that?
Favreau and Dave Filoni.
Especially
Oh,
on the first. I wasn't that excited for this Mandalorian.
But now it's must see.
Now I want to watch
It's
it.
a must see.
Yeah. All right. So it sounds like we overwhelmingly loved these 2
That's
episodes.
what happens when you have no expectations, people.
yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. Those
That's
you
true.
usually end up enjoying something more when you go in with no expectations.
Tim, do you think you'll be blown away by the next 2 episodes?
There's only 2 left.
2 left.
I hope I am.
Yeah.
I hope I don't see Ezra coming to the show. I don't want
I
that.
don't know who the fuck Ezra is.
Yeah, it's just
Tim's not a big Ezra fan.
I
He's the
kinda-
star of the Rebels
I
show.
kind of understood that.
Yeah.
And like it's just, I don't like when there's. I know the ending. I know the outcome.
I get
And
it.
then
but
you
Didn't you say they introduced Darth Maul in this shit?
In the cartoons, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not in the Mandalorian.
No, not-
No,
okay.
no.
Okay.
All right.
He's dead already by the time this.
Yes,
happens.
he's gone. They took care of that in the
Yeah,
cartoon too,
yeah.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, when did? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Obi-Wan killed
You're
him.
okay. I get it. Never
Obi-Wan,
mind.
yeah.
I gotta put everything in order.
exactly.
I
It
Obi-Wan
gets confusing.
Killed him twice.
All right, so let's put an end to the Mandalorian for now,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tell everyone, Frank, that we're here live on YouTube.
Like, comment,
Everyone-
subscribe. It helps us out.
Yeah, if you go on YouTube, type in "Movies That Don't Suck," all one word.
Helps us out with the algorithm.
Yeah, exactly.
Quick word on the Obi-Wan. Where's that at?
Oh, we're gonna get into that on the news.
Oh, yeah,
they're,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yeah, it's coming, slowly but surely. Also, one of the fans named Danny Fandom on Instagram asked us, Danny, he wanted me to ask you, what do you think of the Selena show on Netflix?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was.
'Cause I heard it's mixed.
Yeah, I didn't hear good things about it.
Yeah.
I think because the family was involved, I think people should let it rock. You know.
Right, because it's their story, right? Like they're telling the story of their own, of the family of what happened.
How much do you think the
Yeah.
J-Lo movie plays into how much people are
Controlling
talking about this?
the narrative, right? Like
Yeah.
that tells the
Oh,
narrative.
are people upset about it?
I haven't heard people are upset about it. All I've heard, and Danny, like I said, you've watched it, I haven't, is that I just heard that some people say it's really accurate, some people say it's not accurate. They're like in between on it.
All,
No one knows the story better than the family.
Right. That makes perfect sense to
all
me.
I know about Selena, because I'm not a big Selena fan, obviously, is the movie, the J-Lo
Yeah,
movie. And
yeah.
That's a great
It
movie.
is a
It is
good
an
movie.
awesome movie.
So
though.
that's what I know. So how much different is
It's
that?
not that different.
Well, how much? What's better? The movie. Okay.
Oh, you're saying the J-Lo movie is
Yeah,
better.
man, that's a classic.
Oh
bro.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see it.
J-Lo's ass is so fucking classic.
Well, that's a movie unto itself.
Yeah.
All right, so just wanted to do that for Danny Fandom. He asked me about it. I wanted to let him know what their opinion was.
Watch the movie, Danny Fandom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out
It's worth
on
the
Netflix.
watch.
If you
All
haven't
right,
seen
so
it.
let's go into our fan questions. And our first one of the evening is, of course, our number one fan, Views by Quinn. He asks us, do you like the idea of The Mandalorian tying into the sequel movies, or should it stick to more of its Western standalone elements? Okay, so obviously we always go into talk about The Mandalorian. So, yeah, I have no problem with it, tying into just the movies, because it gives you a grander story. I like how they're mixing in the Western stuff and still giving you ties to the bigger universe. I think that's the perfect blend of what it's doing.
So that he's saying, do you prefer it as a standalone Western?
Yeah.
Or do you like it? I think
Or tying
if they
into the
keep
movies.
tying in, people are gonna eventually have an issue with it. I think what
Right,
people
don't get
liked,
too
what
tangled.
people liked about it originally, what it had nothing to do with the Jedi, no lightsabers, no fuck, and
That's
now
why I didn't want to watch it.
now it's I think that was refreshing for a lot of people. I think that's why people liked
Star
it.
Wars.
Right.
You can't have Star Wars.
But that's why I like-
fucking lightsaber and the Force. You can't. It's just not
Well, I
Star
think it
Wars.
was refreshing
Well,
also because they just got over the other
The
trilogy.
issue that we always had with them is day one is when they start straying away from the Skywalker saga.
Right.
How successful is it really going to be?
And look, now they're starting
They're
to
going back into
bring
it.
those things back
Yeah.
in. And look, like you said, I don't want them to
Well, you don't
overdo
know
it.
that yet. You assume that.
There's ties to the Skywalker saga because Ahsoka is directly tied with
Right,
the Skywalker
exactly. So
saga,
when you
and
do
the Emperor
Ahsoka
is
and you
too,
name drop Yoda,
yeah.
you're doing that. So
Nate, yeah.
I think the easy
Name
answer.
dropping's different.
I think the easy answer is, yeah, you want the Western elements, but just don't get too bogged down with
Right, nice
fan
subtle
service.
little things to
Yeah.
just connect
It's
the
way
universe.
more big connected than season one.
Oh, 100%, absolutely.
It's already
Season 1,
way
we were
more.
like, what are these individual episodes?
Yeah.
But they've, I
So
think
I
they've-
wonder if
again,
they're-
it's been a nice balance.
Well, I don't know. I feel like the more stuff they start referencing, the less creative juice they have going.
I agree.
They're in a weird predicament here because
I like what they're doing.
if the sequels were successful and everyone loved them and they were fucking great, they could really do. They wouldn't have to. They're
Oh.
trying to redeem Star Wars with Disney
and
through
they're-
the Mandalorian.
And right now they're
Part
doing.
of it.
They are.
And they're
they
doing
They
it.
know they have work to do to make the fans happy.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
know they fucked
If-
up. They know
if-
they're not untouchable.
If the sequels were great, they could do a whole new story and not have to tie anything in. They
Right.
have to pay these off because everyone's saying we have nothing left.
Right, and it's dead, it's
Yeah,
over, and
yeah.
they're trying to like revive it as much as they can.
They're trying to redeem the sequels.
Yeah,
That's what they're
and
doing.
that's what we're gonna see if
They're
this ends up
trying to
working
make
out.
Snoke like make sense.
Yeah, and why it had to
Yeah,
happen, and the
yeah,
Emperor
yeah.
and all that. All right, so a second question from Views by Quinn. He asks us, what is our most anticipated movie for next year? Well, we talked about a few of them earlier. I can tell you guys right now, there's 3 movies, and I think at least one of these you guys would agree with. For me, most anticipated next year, we always talk about the Marvel and Disney and all that. Fine. Coming to America,
yeah.
Elvis, for me, and Matrix 4.
Those two.
Mine's
I know.
Matrix 4,
Absolutely.
Many Saints of Newark.
Okay, I would put that on here too for me.
Those are my two that I'm really looking for. They're both Warner, right?
I want to see Mortal Kombat. I like the first Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
movie.
Okay,
Oh, dude, I love that
rock
movie.
with
I
that.
love that movie.
And Elvis, you'd put on your list too, right? You're happy to see that.
I don't know much about it. I'm
Oh, the kid's
interested in
name's
seeing-
Austin Butler. I just thought of it. That's who
Is
it
he a
is.
no-name person?
He's a low level. He's done some movies, but he's
Does
not.
he
a
look
big
like
name.
him?
Yeah, he's got it. I wouldn't say he's like a dead ringer for Elvis, but he has a good similar look. Got like the
I'm not.
facial structure.
Is it a-
aren't really necessarily good movies.
Sounds like they're trying to do like the fucking Freddie Mercury thing, and even like by casting kind of like an obscure.
You know who
guy.
the Colonel's gonna be?
Who?
You know who the Colonel's gonna be? You know Elvis's producer, the Colonel, Tom Hanks.
Of course.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
great
jeez,
casting.
now I feel like I just seen the whole movie.
Is it gonna be like full biopic from when he's a kid up, or is it gonna just
Who's
that-
maybe, like-
directing it?
Boz Lerman, which I'm not.
Oh,
a fan.
I
am not a
wonder.
fan
See,
of
now
Boz Lerman.
that's
I told
kind
you
of-
that's what I was worried about.
I wonder
with
what
this
he
movie.
wants to do with it. I wonder if he's gonna make it
He
like
wants to
all.
turn into a big flashy musical. Which
He does. He's got talent.
he does, but I was not a fan of The Gatsby, and I was not a fan of Moulin Rouge.
I liked Moulin Rouge for like what the filmmaking aspect of it.
I'm not. I probably won't even watch it.
Really?
It's gonna be a musical.
No, it's not gonna be a musical, but obviously they're gonna
Are you
implement
sure?
big musical elements. They haven't said it's a musical. So, what, Mike? What are some of your big favorites?
See, I don't honestly like. I don't even know what's coming out. I definitely like Mortal Kombat for me. Like,
Okay, so we're all hyped for Mortal Kombat. That's cool. I love
Yeah,
that.
no, I played. I told you, I won a tournament when I was a kid.
Right, you did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you
I
were playing
did.
with Danny.
And
what a Mortal Kombat tournament?
yeah, part
Like in an
2.
arcade?
Yeah, I
Dope,
won
dope.
first place.
That's awesome.
What was your
fuck.
character?
It was random select. Whoever won, like the final match was like whoever won 31st off playing the same characters, and then random.
That might be
select.
my most played video game ever, man.
Yeah. And
Back-
Dune,
back
I
in-
was.
I was gonna
looking-
say you're hyped for Dune.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
over here.
Like this.
Throwing. Throwing was the cheap
Okay,
move.
so
back
those
in.
are all. I think those are all.
See, like
pretty
I
big
don't even
picks.
know like
The
what.
most classic move was the uppercut, dude. In the
Of
first
course,
game.
yeah.
So for you, Dune and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and what you said earlier, I think I mentioned before, like the most I've ever seen one movie in the theaters. I said it for Demon Knight. I've seen 3 movies 7 times. That's the most I've ever. The other one besides Demon Knight, was fucking Mortal Kombat. I swear on my
Did
life.
you like Annihilation?
It was awful.
Awful.
Dude, if you ask me, if you
didn't
put,
mind it.
if you,
I like those ones.
wow.
The first one is good. The Annihilation is bad.
That is so, dude. I saw it in the movie
The
theater.
first
I-
one's with
Goro, yeah.
Yes.
Goro?
I think Goro is so awesome looking. I think he's
Yeah.
like such a cool looking monster.
Yo, it was so good.
Remember like Scorpion like in the forest and Johnny Cage just running from him
Yeah.
and stuff?
No, but I'm gonna say about this
Reptile,
movie
Reptile
because
was-
like as fun as that movie
That
was,
was one of my favorite fight scenes. The Reptile.
it's still like not real Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
no,
it's still a
no.
really good movie.
The question is how.
Yeah, wasn't it the highest grossing video game movie until Sonic?
Yes, it
So
was.
that's like a big reign of fucking
Do
championshipness.
you remember the YouTube trailer
Yeah.
movie thing?
Yes, yes, they released like one of they
Yes.
released a
Michael
couple.
Jai White and
Yes,
Jax.
Jax.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was the
guy,
first
like,
iteration.
dropped out.
Yes, it was a guy
Well-
named Kevin Takonian or something.
Yeah.
And this movie was supposed to be his movie. He dropped out, and then the movie we're getting now is the new version of the new guy taking over to do it. It's a first-time director
That
doing
movie
this
looked.
movie.
That trailer was awesome.
That's
I
what
do.
got this. That's what got the renewed interest to make a movie.
That was like
Because
Yeah,
of
but
it.
that was a
putting-
while ago.
Oh, it was like
Yeah.
7 years ago.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
putting like Mortal Kombat in our time.
Yeah.
Well, ever since
Absolutely.
they always were talking about like, oh, when are we gonna get like a true Mortal Kombat
Which
movie? You know,
hopefully this
Do
is
you
it.
want it to be like that style,
Yes.
or do you want it to be like the original movie? Like we're going to another.
No,
dimension?
Oh no no no.
Nah.
no, the plot is fine. It's just I want it's Mortal Kombat is Mortal
what's the
Kombat
plot
because
of
they
this?
rip heads
It
off.
just says
has to
it
be
just says as a
R-rated.
tournament.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. The
Yeah, a tournament for like the
But you don't want it to be like a.
yeah
You don't want it to be like a,
Bridget Wilson.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
married to Pete Sampras.
You don't want it to be like a
Did not know
fantasy thing.
Well, there is fantasy elements
Well, the whole
to
idea
it.
of the tournament is the old outworld thing. So,
No, but I'm saying
yeah.
this trailer that you're talking about was a very grounded version.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Mortal
Oh,
Kombat.
okay, I see
It
what
was
you're
like
saying.
detectives talking about like
Right,
here's your
right,
villains
right,
in
right.
the city.
doing like the CSI
Yeah,
study
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
streets.
But I'm
and,
sure
like,
we never know what they only released like 2 episodes of that. Like I think they were supposed to do like an episode for every character that they had. So who knows where it was supposed to go?
But their backstories were different because it was even like
yeah, they changed.
Baraka wasn't like an alien. It was like this guy like
He's got like crazy.
yeah, like he sewed like metal stuff into his arm or like
Right, which is
so
what
they were
they're gonna do for Jax, obviously,
yeah.
characters like that. But yeah, so I want the realistic, raw, grounded thing. But of course, you have to mix
It
in.
doesn't have to be realistic, but it has to be violent.
Yeah, exactly.
no, that's fine. But I'm talking
Yeah.
about do you want it to be
100%.
like Earth grounded version of it, or do you want it to be like we're going to another dimension?
No, I want the dimensions because
too. I
that's
do
what's
too.
part of the
Yeah,
fucking
that's what
game.
But I
want
want
too.
both. I want
That's
I
the whole
want
plot
Earth
of the game,
mixed
and-
in with the dimension.
Like Earth is only one part of it. And then
Yeah,
there's all
no,
the
we
other
want to go to the
worlds.
fucking awesome,
Yeah.
cool worlds.
You want to go to Outworlds.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want to
exactly.
see Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah, no,
people
the
up.
plot of the first one,
right,
true.
the plot is fine. The plot doesn't need to change. You just got to change the tone.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's not gonna be
It's all
90s
big time,
cheese.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
No,
exactly.
all right,
But
so
I do like
And-
the
and-
Johnny
and I
Cage
like that
guy
movie,
who
too.
played Johnny's Cage.
that Johnny,
Really,
yeah,
I didn't
that was
like.
dope.
Who did I like in that?
I thought he was a good Johnny Cage.
He was good. He was. I don't remember his name.
He
was
remember.
good.
He was a
Christopher
good Johnny
Lambert
Cage.
is fucking Raiden.
Oh, that's perfect.
You
that
think
was,
so?
That was so
Yeah,
good.
He was good as
Yeah.
Raiden.
I think
Lambert
he
is Lord
was.
Raiden? Yeah,
I
that
think
was
he's
dope.
good, but I don't know. I feel like it should be
He
like
had,
an Asian
some
guy.
comedy in it.
He did. He
He
did.
had
He's
comedy.
like, oh, the fate of the world's in your hands. Yeah, he starts laughing at. He's like, sorry,
Then he
sorry,
stopped. He's like,
sorry.
Yeah. All right, we're surprisingly all hyped for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
All right,
And
thanks.
Dune.
Thank you and Dune.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Views by Quinn. Great questions as usual. Next from Cinephilesaurus on Instagram. He asked us what our thoughts were on the Fincher Netflix deal. Not really much going on there. I was doing some research on it, and I found out that David Fincher, has actually had a deal with Netflix for a while now, and he just extended the deal.
I feel like Netflix
4
has
more
deals
years.
With everyone. They just got Netflix.
Yeah.
is just
Yeah,
doing-
but Fincher is like top notch.
Yeah, Fincher is
That's like he's
A1
one. Yeah,
level.
dude, like if I had to name like top 5 in my opinion greatest
Fincher's
directors,
up there.
he's in there. He's in that list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
Social
Fincher's the
Network.
shit.
Social Network.
Fucking 7, bro. Fight Club.
Fight Club 7.
Man,
Okay.
everything he does.
Gone Girl.
Yeah.
So it's a
He's a-
contract where he's only releasing stuff for Netflix.
Only for Netflix. He's apparently the story was that he's already had this deal going on for years, but just no one knew. And then when he renewed it for 4 more years, that's when people saw, oh my God, Fincher has a deal
But
with
he
Netflix
never
for 4
did.
years.
He never gave them any content.
No, but he's been giving them a lot of content.
Yeah.
He
What
did.
was-
He did Love, Death, and Robots,
Oh.
which was a great little anthology.
Yeah, but
and
one
stuff.
of the things failed. I heard like
Well-
they canceled it after 2 seasons.
Mindhunter. Well, only
Okay.
because he said he didn't have the time.
So
and
he's
the
doing
patience
shows,
to do
not
it.
movies for them.
So, Mindhunter's a show, which is very highly loaded. I would recommend to you. It's a brilliant show, fantastically written. He stopped doing it after 2 seasons because he just said he doesn't think he has the time and the money and the effort to do it. But he loves it. It didn't get canceled. He just doesn't think he could keep doing it. They did Love, Death, and Robots, and then he just put out Mank this last weekend.
So
which
they
is
just extended his
the story of Orson
contract.
Welles. What's up?
They're just all they did was extend his contract.
Yeah, they just extended
he
his
can't
contract.
release. He can't do anything for anybody else.
No, he has to. It has to be on Netflix. And
Well, there's nothing else anyways.
yeah, so it's perfect for him. He's making money and he's putting out big movies. The Mank one was a big story the last couple days.
Really,
with
I
Gary
didn't see
Oldman.
it.
Well,
Oh,
anyone else
damn.
could come and Hulu, any of these companies can come and say we want to work with you. They can't now.
Right? No, exactly.
That's going to start happening more and more too. They're going to.
Reminds me of the old days.
Well,
Remember
that's what-
when studios used to own actors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, that's not the case anymore. But it kind of reminds me of if you want to see Fincher, see all his stuff now. There's new stuff.
That's going to happen. Eventually, it's going to happen with actors.
No, I agree.
I think.
I agree.
It's already
Oh,
happened
they did with Adam
actors.
Sandler, yeah.
Yeah, great point. All right, thank you very much, Cinephile
But
Source on
Fincher is
Instagram.
the shit.
He
For
is.
real, dude.
Everyone.
The guy is
Top
like
5.
perfect. Like his movies are fucking flawless usually.
All right. And last question of the evening from Behind Curtain on Instagram. He asked us. He said, "Hello, all. Do you guys think Die Hard is a Christmas movie?"
No.
Yes,
I think it is.
absolutely. Even if it wasn't intended, I don't know if it was ever intended to be a Christmas movie,
Could not have been.
but it. I mean, it kind
Okay, but Frank, why is it not? You
I think
disagree.
any movie that's set in the Christmas time is Christmas. Just like when you say
Right. It doesn't have to be a
if
family
it's a
movie.
Simpsons episode and it's like a Christmas. It's
Right.
I just
It's
never
Christmas.
viewed it as it.
See, but to me, it's like it doesn't have to
I'm
be like a
also not
family
big
Christmas
I'm also
movie.
not a big Die Hard fan.
well, the
So,
opening theme of that
Die-
song
watch
isn't
Die
it?
Hard again.
Isn't it
I'm
like
not a big fan.
Dude,
isn't
Die
it the
Hard
Run
is the
DMC
shit.
Christmas song?
Never
That's
was
the
the
opening
greatest
song.
action movie ever.
What's the opening song of that? Isn't the Run DMC?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Exactly.
feel like it's a
It
Christmas
opens
movie.
with a Christmas song.
Right, and not only that, like they I said it last time, but they incorporate like the jingle bells into like the like the actual
yes,
bell
right,
sound into the score.
Yeah, to that-
They work. There's Christmas references all over that movie. You
I
know
feel
what?
like it's a Christmas
He kills
movie.
the bad guy at the end with Christmas like decoration when he tapes the gun
Oh, he
to
takes
his
the gun to his
back.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks even less Christmassy because they're in LA.
Right.
Yes,
And you're in
yes,
skyscrapers.
yes,
There's no
yes.
snow or anything.
That's an
Right, you're in a
excellent
building
point.
the whole time.
Yeah.
No, but it is, and I don't think it was. And Bruce Willis also declared himself like on that roast when they roasted him that it's not. Yeah,
he said that.
Yeah, he said it's
Oh,
not
man.
a. He said it's not a
So
fucking.
Frank got some support
So I
there.
got some support.
Yeah, and I mean
Otherwise,
like.
it's 3-1.
Yeah.
What did fucking Steve Urkel's neighbor
Carl
say?
Winslow.
Yeah, what did Carl Winslow say about
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Is
I
he
don't know.
alive still?
Yeah,
No,
he's alive.
no, he's not.
Reginald Van Johnson is
I
dead?
think he died recently.
I know Uncle Phil's
Oh.
dad is dead.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
James Avery. Hold on, I gotta look that up.
No, yeah. What was Carl Winslow was from? Yeah, and
Steve Urkel.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm
Family
trying to
Matters.
because I get his names mixed up. Carl
No, he's
Winslow
alive. He's from Queens.
from
Shout out to Queens.
Family Matters he was in, and then Al Powell was his name, and Sergeant Al Powell was his name.
Yeah,
in,
Family Matters was his biggest thing.
Right.
He was a cop on that, which is I think it was right around the same time. Family
Yeah,
Matters
I think it was right before he got. I
Family
think
Matters.
Family Matters was after that.
Yeah,
Because they saw him.
they
do
saw
that.
what a great character that was. They were going to base a whole sitcom around this fat cop.
Right. Who can continue to play a cop with a family.
Just real quick though, it's
Yeah.
you don't have to wait till Christmas to watch Die Hard. It's
Oh, no,
always
no.
a good time to watch.
Oh, yeah,
Die
it's not
Hard.
that kind of
You
movie
should
where
give
you
it a
gotta-
rewatch, bro.
All right, I will.
It's the shit.
I
It's
love
this.
Die Hard. I love the original Die Hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's a great question for debate. I'm so glad he asked.
It's a show. It's a movie
Dude,
that's
the
if it's on TV. You don't. You
Absolutely,
just sit
dude.
there and
It's
watch it.
it's so good.
Infinitely rewatchable.
It's
The other
the
one's
gold
got a little-
standard for action
I haven't
movies.
seen much of. I've seen the other ones maybe once.
Die Hard 2 is a worthy sequel. Like when it came out, it was like obviously it's up against one of the greats of all time, but no one thought about it. But like looking back at it now, it's a pretty good fucking movie.
The original, yeah, really great.
And I like the third one with Sam Jackson.
I like that one too. That's a great one. It's a. I
It
love
got
that
bad
one.
after 4 and going after.
No, I
that.
like the one. Live Free or Die Hard with Justin Long. I love that one.
boy.
Fantastic action movie.
You got it on your Blu-ray.
I do actually. I think I have it on DVD actually. I must have bought it like 10 years ago. All right, so everyone, great questions. Thank you very much. Now let's move to our final segment. Let's go into our show notes from around the industry. Okay, first off, Tim, all you. They're now filming the Cassian Andor series, and they will be filming Kenobi in January.
Can only starting in a couple weeks,
Basically, starting in a couple weeks.
which it should have been done for a year.
They just got
Yeah.
deemed essential. You got it. You got
That's
it.
good though. That's good though.
Dude,
So
Yeah.
we should have it by this time next year.
Yeah, they're saying maybe by the end of next year.
the amount
we'll
of
have
hope,
Kenobi.
the amount of hope I have for this Obi-Wan show is
Temper.
through the roof, man.
Temper your
That's the-
expectations.
That's still the most thing you're ever looking forward
Oh,
to.
without a question, 100% cannot wait. Hopefully, we'll get more up. Hopefully, we'll get an update on Thursday. Hopefully, they'll tell us what's going on with that and to start shooting.
So when do you think that's coming out? 2022?
Yeah, either they're going to hit December of next year, or they're going to hit early, like January, February of 22.
So you think about a year from now, we're talking about it's coming out soon?
Yes,
You think so?
I think so. If they're shooting, then that's all I need to know.
How long is it going to take to shoot though? Because
Like 2 months, probably.
that's what I'm saying. It normally I don't know how shows run, but I know movies they can shoot movies quick.
Yeah, no, it's true. It just depends. I know they're not shooting as
the
much
rest
because
of
it's
it is
episode.
really editing.
But do you think
Editing is the
a
bitch.
year or less after shooting, it could be ready for release?
Yeah, usually less than a year. Yeah, because it's not like a
I
big
think it's-
budget, $200 million movie that needs a year of post. So this should be done within 10, 11 months of it being shot. 100%.
Yeah, I would even say sooner.
This is
I
a
was-
show.
Yeah, this is the
Is
Obi-Wan
there any
Kenobi
way
show.
it premieres like fall of next year?
They could
October.
do that if there's no hitch
Maybe.
in shooting. If there's no hitch in filming.
Right, if this all goes off without a hitch perfectly, maybe you get the first episode October,
You
November.
can because they can edit it. The whole
I
time they can
agree.
edit it.
Let's see.
Well, let's hope.
Let's see. All
Are
right.
you guys? Let me ask you this: Are you guys, the two of you especially? I'm asking. Are you guys hoping? Because you sound very excited about.
We've been talking about this for like 4 years.
Okay,
long time.
are you
Yeah.
hoping for this to like redeem the prequels? And I know you both like the prequels, but maybe somewhere deep down you you guys kind of know the truth, and maybe.
He's not a big fan. He's not that big a fan of the prequels as me.
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh,
But I love
then
three. But I love three.
Then I'm asking you guys then. Well, you don't sound as hyped about it as them. Though.
I am, but they just have their.
This is their
knowledge of
thing.
Star Wars is just
Yeah.
way more than.
I got you.
No, I'm not hoping.
casual
I'm not
with
hoping it
that.
redeems the prequels. I'm hoping this can't redeem the sequels either. I'm just hoping for new great Star Wars.
Okay, yeah,
content
okay, that's
that
a
I
good
can
answer.
look
And we love
forward
Ewan
to.
McGregor.
And I love you.
You just want good Star Wars to get Star Wars
of the
back on
prequels. Ewan McGregor was
the
was
best.
great in that.
I wouldn't call him great, but I think like
Yeah,
I
he
think
was.
like on paper, on paper, yes, it's
Like you
perfect.
don't think he hit the Obi-Wan character?
Nailed
like,
it.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I think that's I don't think that's his fault. I don't think that's his fault. I think that's more of Lucas's fault.
Okay, on paper
Agreed.
he was a great.
Yes,
casting for it.
exactly. When you heard like he's cast as Obi-Wan, young Obi-Wan, you're like, that's fucking perfect.
So you maybe you are. Will you be interested in watching this?
No,
You won't.
no.
Why?
Because it's the same reason I'm not interested in watching The Mandalorian. Like,
But this is
The Mandalorian.
it's a character. Mandalorian is you don't. It's a random.
I
guy.
know, but I know, but it's just not something. For me, if I was watching if I was on the Mandalorian bandwagon, those are like, I know it's different, but for me, those are like the same thing. Like if I'm watching Mandalorian, I'll watch that.
What would it
My
take?
interest level is like
If it
the
was
same.
a movie, would you watch it?
Sure,
Yeah, 'cause
not.
it was talk that this was going to be
Sure.
a
It
movie
was
first.
supposed to be a movie.
It was supposed to be a movie. They
yeah,
turned
I
it into
just
a
you
show.
know.
So you'd watch it if it was a movie.
I
just
would
a
watch. You know
one-time
what?
thing.
Let me tell you. Okay, I would watch it out of curiosity to see if he could be redeemed.
Okay.
From my
Okay.
end.
Well, what I'm saying, why I would think you may. I don't know how interested you have in Star Wars, but you
I
thought
think
it was
the-
a great casting on paper. You think you blame a lot of that on Lucas and the
Yes.
writing.
Yes.
Now, would you like to see it with somebody else?
That-
Can
that's
he pull it off? As what you
Exactly.
thought it might be?
Yes.
Okay.
That's to be fair,
Were
I
you
would.
a big Star Wars fan before the prequels? And
I was
prequels?
never a big Star Wars
Okay,
fan,
you're
but
not.
I the original trilogy I've always seen. I've always liked them a lot. I recognize the greatness in them and what I know about them and stuff. I hated the prequels, and I told him before, dude. I saw episode 1 4 times in the theater, and the reason I saw it 4 times is because I thought there was something wrong with me. Like I was missing something. I'm like, why don't I think this is great?
Everyone.
I think a
said
lot
that.
of people felt that.
Yeah,
way. You're
no,
not alone in
Like,
that.
it was. We're gonna go again tomorrow, though.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of,
I did the
it was
same
good,
thing.
but I need to see it
I went
again.
to see The Matrix Reloaded, the second Matrix movie, the next day for the same reason. I'm
99,
like,
that was a great
I'm
year.
like,
The
what
other-
did I miss? No, the second one.
Yeah, Reloaded.
That wasn't 99. That
Was
was
it
the
99?
first
Oh, the
one.
first. I'm sorry, you're right.
2003.
Yeah.
Correct. You're right. You're
99
right.
was
That
the
was
first
2003.
one.
99 was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first one, then 2000.
But regardless,
Best movie ever.
I was
Yeah,
like, what did I
yeah,
miss?
yeah.
Like, I know I'm supposed to think this is great. And
Right. And you wonder what's wrong with
yeah,
you. We've all done
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember leaving that. We were in 5th grade.
Yeah, fifth
Fourth
grade.
Fifth grade.
Wow.
Dude, I left. Oh no, wait, no.
I remember leaving. We didn't even go to school that day.
No, okay.
We
For
were
episode
16.
one?
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw opening day. You know what else?
I don't know where we saw it. Though.
I saved my
There was
ticket
no-
stubs.
they
And
were
the
off
very
of
first
Open
movie I
Back.
saved my ticket stuff from was from episode 1.
See, that's huge. That you would save. That you think enough of it to you save this.
Yeah, yeah, because I thought it was a big deal. I knew what the deal was,
Right.
but I just didn't like it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Understood.
Obi-Wan.
We have so many hopes riding on it.
as big as the Mandalorian is, and as much as I care for it, the Obi-Wan movie is
Show.
so much more close to
Show
the
now.
main characters.
Yeah.
And like it.
It's that one last Kara
Yeah.
connection, like Rogue
Yeah.
One. We were so hyped for Rogue
Yeah.
One. It was that last hype connection to the prequels.
Is there a times table? Like, what year it is?
Oh, they
Yeah,
said it was like 6 years after.
They said should be age appropriate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's gonna be like 6 or 7 years
5 or 6 years
after 3.
So he's been on Tatooine for 5-6 years.
Yep. All right. Well, and we'll hope that's gonna be great.
Let's hope for that Liam Neeson prequel series.
Oh, I hope. Oh, I'm signing up for
Hold
me
on,
up for that.
how? Isn't he dead?
Force Ghost, man.
Oh, Jesus
Force
Christ.
Ghost.
bro.
Yoda,
he's the one
Force
that-
Ghost. Oh,
Actually-
Star Wars, you're never dead.
I know.
oh,
No,
and
he's the
Force
one who-
Ghost Hayden Christensen.
He's the one who started the Force Ghost.
No, Vader's still around.
No. Oh.
Yeah, Vader's.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Vader's
right.
around.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'm saying, no, but he might. I'm saying he might be
Flashback
thinking of
dreams.
Hayden
Yeah,
Christensen in flashbacks
Yeah,
of Force
yeah,
Ghost, and
yeah.
because remember he only knows him as the way he killed him. at that point.
Technically, Qui-Gon's not a Force Ghost. He can only speak. He can't appear in person because he
That's
didn't
true.
finish his. He's the one. He's the first Jedi. to
Didn't
do
he?
that.
Didn't he appear at the end of episode 3? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
No.
His voice appeared to.
His voice appeared in the
Yoda
cartoons.
Clone Wars.
Oh no! Didn't Lucas go back to the old ones and stick like Hayden Christensen? in
Yes.
one?
Yes.
Yes,
At the
fucking
end of.
bad, yeah.
at
It's
the end
fucking
of,
terrible.
Yeah.
And you know what they just did recently?
Huh.
Uh-oh.
Did you know about this?
No, tell me.
They went back and put Boba Fett's voice as
Oh,
in the original.
Tamora Morrison?
In the original.
I heard that somewhere, but I wasn't sure if it was true. Is that for real?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. I don't like messing with the originals too
I
much,
like
but that
that.
I like. That's cool.
He did everything like he doesn't have many lines, but I need Han Solo alive. He's no good to me dead.
Yeah.
He revoiced all that.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. All right, next piece of news, guys. For me, this is huge. Oscar Isaac was announced. He'll be playing Solid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid movie.
I don't know.
My
much about
number
this.
one, absolute, no question, most anticipated movie. I would have put it for next year.
Of all
but
time?
No, not of all time. But the reason I didn't say it for next year is because I don't think it's coming out next year. I think it's going to come out in 22. You guys, Metal Gear Solid to me. Like, from my screen name growing up to the games, I've been waiting for this forever. I cannot
And
believe
it
They
was
got like
a
the
shot out of the blue for you. You didn't know
I
about
don't
it.
know.
This was
Story of Metal
dream
Gear
casting.
Solid.
Well, remember, this was the dream casting
Like a spy game
because
or
they-
something. He just sneaks
Yeah, I don't-
around and shoots people.
Yeah, but it's been around for like 20 years.
No, I
It's a
know.
heralded franchise. What's so cool about this is that he was interviewed about this, and they said, which game would you want to be? And they asked Oscar Isaac, what would you want to do? And he said Metal Gear Solid. And then Boss Logic made that art that I showed you guys. And then we saw last week that they like made that happen through the artwork and the director.
Really?
Yeah.
So it happened through like
that's
the-
why I sent you guys the thing where Oscar Isaac was like, "Thank you, Boss Logic. You helped make
Really?
this happen." Yeah. So the same way we got like the amazing thing of Ahsoka getting the fan art and it happening. Now we got it through Boss Logic.
kid Boss
with
Logic
Oscar.
is awesome.
Yeah, go check him out.
So
he's amazing. So
He's like making things happen.
he is making. He's pushing things along.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 100%.
Do you think he's in contact with studios and stuff?
I don't know. He probably gets notice he might get commissioned. We don't know. We're just speculating. He might get commissioned to do stuff.
Dude, he does it so fucking quick.
Yeah.
There's like he already has
Like,
the
I
guy already up there.
Like I have that photo of Oscar. I'll show you guys right now. I have that photo on my phone of Oscar Isaac. This is from March 2019 that Boss Logic made this.
Oh, you made that back then?
This is it. Yeah, this is the photo. And everyone was like, oh my God, how great it would be. It even says Oscar Isaac at the top of the photo. So it's like he made this happen. Like that's.
So this was a long time before
Fantastic.
they announced it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, we don't know anything about the movie. It's Jordan Vogt Roberts is doing it so let's see what happens. I'm hyped. It'll be great. All right.
But video game movies usually are bad.
This is going to be the greatest video game movie ever. Right it down.
Wow, you think so?
Because the video game is basically a movie. People complain. The one knock on
Yeah.
the games is that you have to watch tons of
Dude, like
cutscenes.
they make so many movies out of big video games, and they
Be
all.
better than Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, it will. It better
It
be.
won't be.
It won't be.
It won't be.
Fucking
Sorry.
Liu Kang will kick his
It's not
ass.
even better than Sonic.
They'll play that stupid
Yeah,
sound
right.
effect when you get caught in Snake.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
When you get uppercutted, whoopsie.
Toasty.
you hit start. You hit start there, and you get the free or the bonus match against a hidden character.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm hyped for that. Next piece of news, guys. Sad news in the world of Star Wars. David Prowse passed away at the age of 85. The original Darth Vader in the suit.
I don't think they ever reconciled their.
They never
beef.
did. I heard that there was some stuff where Lucas was saying like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but even though they had beef going on, but when he already passed and things were didn't look good,
He
was
has to
kind of
say
saying
it
like,
did.
"Oh, we miss him. He was a forever part of the whole thing." But yeah, that was a big falling out there, which that could be a podcast all its own. But yeah, there was a reason why at the end of Jedi he was not in that suit again, because he was never told he was gonna not be the voice.
Has he done anything else besides?
Honestly, I do not know. Unfortunately, we just know him as Darth
all
Vader.
those original guys are dying.
Unfortunately, yeah. So
Yeah.
our,
Young.
yeah. So
Mark Hamill better put in his contract that they can't CGI his ass in there.
That's true. So R.I.P. David Prowse, yeah, gone at 85, the original Darth Vader.
CGI. Yeah, CGI. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
I guess if you want
live
your
on
family
forever.
to get some money and stuff in the future.
Yeah. All right, guys. Last piece of news for the evening. This was just breaking today. I'm sure we all have thoughts on it. We'll try to make it quick. Basically, everyone is coming back in Spider-Man 3.
I saw that.
Like it's gotten to the point.
confirmed,
Like
though?
throughout, well, the one I've heard confirmed throughout the day is that Alfred Molina is confirmed. But as the day's gone on, they've said like, oh, the rumor now is that we're gonna get the original Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and they're gonna probably bring back Kristen
and
Dunst.
their
Not confirmed
girlfriend.
for 100%. Yes, yeah.
And the other Mary
All the Mary
Janes.
Janes.
So it's gonna be
Mary
they're
Janes.
making it a multiverse like this.
Yeah, well,
like
because
the
they
cartoon.
also said Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in this Spider-Man 3, and we know that obviously that means they're tying in the multiverse
Yeah.
of madness, Doctor Strange too.
Yeah, okay.
But this is,
That's actually could be really dope.
I heard some people saying that they're a little bit worried
But
because they're literally
how
throwing
come it's
all
so
these
dope for
characters-
Spider-Man, but it's not dope for when they're talking about doing it with Batman?
because I think because there's more love for the Spider-Man movies. People love Tobey Maguire. and his
Dude,
original
Batman
three
is like the
movies.
most famous fucking superhero ever in
No, he
history.
is.
Is there a Batman multiverse?
They're
No.
Well, what happened to that movie where they're talking about getting Michael Keaton back?
That's the talk for the Flash.
Oh,
right,
the
for
Flash thing
movie.
where people.
Oh, because the Flash can go between time.
Right.
Right.
It's
So it's
multidimensional.
so they're gonna
And they
have
said that
all-
movie's gonna be like it's gonna be unlike any other DC movie. The director said the other day it's gonna be different.
No.
But
Well, they're also
He's
building
gotta say
the
that.
villains.
right, so they're bringing back Alfred Molina's coming back. They're doing Doc Ock, and they already had Sinister Six.
Sinister
Well,
Six.
I just know that Spider-Man's had success with it with Miles Morales.
Yeah,
With that.
But that's a cartoon, so obviously
I
we
know,
have to
but-
see how
but
that plays.
That spawned the first game for Sony's flagship
Yeah,
PlayStation 5. That was the flagship game.
yeah, the
Was
Miles Morales game. Yep,
game.
100% right.
Yeah, but even
That's
if it
how
wasn't,
big that was.
it was still gonna be.
It's harder to do it in fucking
No, but that
reality,
game, that
in
movie
live
was dope.
action.
It's
though.
gonna be hard.
You got to admit though, I can see why some people are worried though,
I'm a little
because you're
worried.
throwing
I'm a little
literally
worried.
throwing all
Yeah.
this at the
How much
screen.
shit
Dude,
can
if
be in
you
one movie?
should be worried if they're bringing Andrew Garfield back.
Well, if
They
he'll
gonna
be a
bring back
small part of
Tropher
it.
Grace as well.
No, oh God, no, I hope not.
Jamie Foxx they're bringing back. as
Jamie
Electro.
Foxx.
See?
That's
Oh
why they're
my
doing the Sinister
God.
Six, because they're bringing out Jamie Foxx, Electro, Alfred Molina. So they're building all these. They're gonna bring back Michael
Actually,
Keaton
that may
as
be a little bit
Vulture.
too fucking much.
It might be too much, but
Dude, they
It's
should
fun thinking
stay
about it.
far away from that fucking Andrew Garfield trilogy. Get rid of all those people, man.
yeah, well, the
I
fans want to
didn't-
see it, so who knows what they're gonna
People-
Who
do?
what
people-
fans?
Did people
The
like
Twitterverse.
that? Did people like those Garfield movies?
No, they're
No, they're
That
fucking.
wasn't bad.
The
No.
first one wasn't. They're mediocre. They're the worst ones of
The
all the
first one
Spider-Man
wasn't
movies.
bad though. If I'm trying to remember.
I didn't hate the first. Dennis Leary's
With
in
the
first one.
lizard.
Yes,
the
Dennis
Dennis
Leary.
Leary was the only good thing in that whole movie.
Yeah, I liked him in that movie. Yeah, I don't notice. I don't hate.
Dennis Leary's usually pretty good.
He is usually
in
pretty
his
good.
Little parts.
I like the first one. The second one with the Jamie Foxx was not good. Electro one. So again, let's
Is that one with Paul Giamatti as the rhinoceros guy?
Yes, at the end.
I know everyone didn't like it because Garfield. It was
Garfield
he
was
like,
terrible.
He was like the GQ Spider-Man.
Right, he
Dude,
doesn't
this-
fit the
he was
character.
not
And
like
listen,
a
Andrew
nerd.
Garfield's a
Yeah.
good actor. I think
Yeah.
I like him in a lot of. There's a lot of movies I liked him
weird
in.
way. He was like the cool Spider-Man. Like,
Right, he was like,
that's
I'm like, this is
story.
not the
but
nerdy
he was like
science.
stuttering the whole movie and stuff.
Yeah, he's like shy, and he's like, I'm like, I don't buy it.
You think Tom Holland's better than Tobey?
Yes.
He's the
oh,
best
I don't
Spider-Man.
know about that.
I
He's the best
think Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland.
But I think he's a good Spider-Man.
Toby said
and I'm not. I can give two shits about Spider-Man, but I think the kid's a good actor.
He's my favorite Spider-Man, and I like the Tobey Maguire, but these Spider-Mans have been the best in my opinion.
I agree. Tom Holland is the best.
I like the Toby. I like Toby.
I like Toby
As-
too. Toby for me is
That's what I'm saying.
second.
I like the first two. Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, the third one is the worst. Right? Yeah.
Third
You
one
like
was
that
bad.
he makes his own web, or you like the web comes out?
Never
of
had
his
a
body?
problem with him making making
I
it.
thought
The
that-
real story is he makes his own web.
Yeah,
He
that's
doesn't
the
come out of his
original.
body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I
That's
like
the
that. Some
comic.
people were like, "Oh, I like when they did the original of him coming out of his arm." I'm like,
No, I
no,
don't
but I
like
like
that.
that. I like him making that.
Me too.
It's fine. Yeah.
That's how we're supposed to be.
To be honest, I don't quibble over that.
Yeah,
like,
that's
not
I
an-
remember,
That's,
I remember when
people
that
talk
came
more
out,
about the suit.
Your brother was like pissed about that. It was like
That's
it's like
not how he makes.
doesn't come out of his arm. Like he
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
he spins his own web.
I would more argue about the suit as long as the suit looks cool because you have so many different Spider-Man
My
suits.
brother knows a lot about that shit.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what happens with it. And guys, that should wrap it up. We covered a ton of topics tonight. So before we wrap up, let's remind everyone, come check us out on YouTube.
Yep, hit that subscribe button.
Like, comment, subscribe.
like, all that good stuff.
Type in Movies That Don't
Helps us
Suck.
out, man.
All one word. If you want to see us on Instagram, type in Movies That Don't Suck with 2 Ks. If you want to hear the audio for our podcast, Frank, we're on
Anchor.
every platform. We're on Anchor, Spotify,
Spotify.
Apple, Google. You can come check us out. So,
And do you have ham or sides on Christmas?
and don't forget, we're also on Twitter at Movies That Don't. So
We
come
are.
tweet at us.
We'll talk about our Christmas dinner next.
Yeah, absolutely, that'll be our Christmas episode. All right, so with that, we'll wrap up.
I have mac and cheese at Christmas.
All right, Frank, thank you
Yes,
very much.
yes, sir.
Mike, thank you.
Gentlemen.
And Tim, thank you. Take care. See you next time. Take care.